And welcome to the number one sports ground here in Newcastle for this wonderful clash, the Black Diamond AFL versus AFL Sydney. I'm Ivan Spurs, and of course with me, as always, Gary Birkinshaw. Gary, welcome to number one sports ground on what's going to be a fantastic game.
G'day, Ivan. Great to be here on what was a bit overcast. Now it was sunny early, but certainly nowhere near the rain we had yesterday. Number one sports ground. Full credit to the ground staff here at the Newcastle Council. They've got the ground looking absolute picture. 2.5 inches of rain here yesterday.
Yeah, it was bucketing down last night, mate. I sent you a couple of texts. I was a bit worried about it, but it looks fantastic. Both teams looking very good too. They've had their warm-ups. They've been doing a bit of a running around, and of course, they will be up for today's match. Gary, what do you see might be ahead of us today?
Yeah, look, I think it'll be a really good contest. AFL Sydney, look, they'll be young. I said they're under 23, so they'll have a good running side, plenty young, very fit. And so I expect that they'll be really good. But, gee, I couldn't be happier with the Black Diamond AFL side. That they've got a good mix of experience and youngsters. Nine players on debut, including Jaden Reimer as a 16-year-old.
Yeah, that's fantastic, mate. There is a lot of debutants here today. But, yeah, I'm very excited. Look at some of the players that we've got on the list, like obviously led by captains Liam Gibson in his 10th representative game, and Courtney Knight. Look, those two as co-captains just quantify what sort of talent we've got out here today for the Black Diamond AFL.
Yeah, look, you certainly, we'll go back to Liam Gibson to start with. 10 years. Actually, out of 13 years he's been playing, and 10 years he's actually represented the league. In an era where players are actually trying to make excuses to get out of representing football, he fronts up year in, year out, and he's been one of the champions of our league for many years, and for him to keep backing up and captain for the fourth time today, and look, I'm expecting a big game from him.
Yeah, certainly had some good comments in one of our great sponsors in the Newcastle Herald, the paper this morning, and talked about that this year the boys are really up and at it this year, that the representative blood's back in them, the Black Diamond AFL is going from leaps and bounds, going and just looking great, and the fact that the squad themselves were excited about the match says so much about those older heads, and they've really driven this Newcastle Black Diamond AFL representative tradition through them. They're starting to refire this old Black Diamond squad, aren't they?
Yeah, look, and you're right. And Liam Gibson the other day when I interviewed him, he said, the difference that he's experienced over his 10 years is the league's got a lot more professional towards representative football, and that's now rubbing off onto the players who want to actually be part of it. And this is playing against the players they play against week in, week out, but they want to be part of it, even if it's just for one game, to play with the best players in the competition.
Well, mate, that gets entrenched early. When you've got 16-year-olds running around and 9 debutants running around, you want them running around for many years to come, not in and out like, they just want to be, but when they want to be. But it's good to see. And, of course, the Sydney guys are running out now, the AFL Sydney under-23s development squad as they are, but they are representing AFL Sydney today. What about them today? How do you see them going to go, Gaz?
Well, I expect them very good. They have a proud representative history. And look, they may be under 23s, but thing to keep in perspective, they've got such a large drawing area to pick players from. So to come up with an under 23, they all play in their premier competition down there. So look, so none of them are mugs, certainly. They are very, very good players. And look, they'll be coming out there. They'll be favourites. They'll expect to beat the country Hicks, is what we believe.
Oh, mate, you don't get me started on that. Newcastle folk love beating those Sydney City Slickers, mate. So there's no doubt they do not want to be having a long bus trip home with their tails between their legs.
That's right. And look, we've played twice before, and both times actually AFL Sydney have got the points. Back in 2008, we played here at Newcastle number one sports ground, a high-scoring affair. They won by 14 points. And then in 2010, played the final of the country championships, which was a good, solid win by AFL Sydney. So Black Diamond yet to record a win against the Sydney side, and look, it'll be tough again today.
No doubt, no doubt. And, of course, we can thank our Black Diamond AFL sponsors, Wilson Security, who are the major sponsor for this year. We thank them in 2014. Prime 7, Newcastle Herald, Star 104.5, BLK, Sports Coast Trophy, and Embroidery. And, of course, brought to you live on Bar TV. So thank you to our Bar TV friends. And, of course, the AFL themselves and the wonderful work they do in the Sydney area. Not far from kick-off now, Gaz.
Yeah, mate, just quickly run through the umpires for today. Field umpires are Roger Crowhurst and Lachlan Head. They're representing the Black Diamond AFL. And Aidan Cattell, who's actually representing AFL Sydney, is actually a former Black Diamond AFL umpire. So we will take claim to having 3 field umpires. I hope that'll help us.
Yeah, I shouldn't say too much, but, yeah, I hope it helps us too, mate. We'll leave it at that.
The boundary umpires, Cooper Williams and Cameron James, both from the Black Diamond AFL, and Liam Doyle from Sydney. And goal umpires is the Black Diamond AFL's Paul Best and AFL Sydney, Alex Chisholm.
Yeah, we wish all the umpires all the best today, and we hope we don't see too much of them in the nicest possible regards. As the players start making their way to their positions, Gaz, give us a tip, mate. What do you reckon?
Oh, Black Diamond for sure. I reckon that the side that we're putting out here today, I'm glad the rain has stayed away because I think our forward power, we got 5 players there over about 6'3". So if we can win the midfield battle led by James Webster, and he can get first use from Jacob Dawes, we get enough scoring opportunities. I'm sure that we can win the game.
Give us points. How many?
25.
I'm going to tip the Black Diamond by 11. I think it's going to be a bit closer. And I think if they get a good start, that's going to be exactly what they need because it's still threatening over above us. And if you get a good lead and you can hold it in the heavens open in about 2 hours' time, you're in the prime position. So we're not far from ball up now. Black Diamond by 11 for me. Black Diamond by AFL for you.
By 25, not AFL.
Oh, sorry, 25. Yeah. And we're about to get underway.
Rightio, we're about to get underway. 17-year-old umpire Lachlan Head's going to be the first one of the up-and-coming umpires. He's got a big future in the game. And, I expect that he'll get underway. And, look, it's going to be a really tough battle early on. I'm certain about that. As we're about to get underway, Lachlan Head's about to bounce the ball. It's going to be Dawes up against Widmar for Sydney. There it goes. What a good bounce to start with. Up it goes Dawes. Taps it down straight away to Lewis. On to Webster. They'll be key players for the Black Diamond AFL today. Chips it down looking for Tom Head.
Good start.
That's what we're talking about, Ivan. That's what we want. Tom Head, good strong mark early. He's probably about 40 metres out from goal. Don't be deceived by that 50-metre mark. He goes in long, kicks it out wide. There's no one back there, though, apart from Levi Sands for AFL Sydney. He's going to get it. He fumbled it, though. Picked up by Betson. He quickly gets a handball out. Sydney got plenty of numbers back there, though. It's going to be a ball up. Good
confident start by Black Diamond here, mate. They've got it in the forward line very early. Good mark by Head. Let's hope they keep going.
Betson taps it out the back there. Good tackle by AFL Sydney. Now they're going to clear it out there. Comes across to Matt Lemmy now. Matt Lemmy swings it back there. Goes quickly on there now to Johnson. Dave Johnson switches across the other side of the ground. Out there his target is Moratis. Moratis picks it up. He goes on the right boot, looking down further ahead. It's going to be Washington. He's going to be key for AFL Sydney today. But well done by Jace Van Dam. He kicks it, but intercepted there by AFL Sydney. Handballs it off quickly on the right boot. Spearing pass in. Good play there. Goes there now, quickly plays on, no one on the mark. Kicked it across there, though. Josh Wheeler intercepts, though. Takes it in front of Bryce Main. He's dispossessed quickly, though. Picked up there now by the Black Diamond. We're going to have a ball up. Good start.
Good start. And AFL Sydney, what they might have is a little bit of pace around them because they are young, they're quick, and they can see it already in their transition. They are up and about.
Yeah, certainly were. Good work there by Jordan Pigeon, who took that mark through the centre. It's up we go again. Widmer wins that tap down. Goes quickly back there to Bailey. He can't get a kick. It's been a holding free kick. It's going to go the way of AFL Sydney, and it's going to go to Dominic Kilworth. He'll be a key player for AFL Sydney. Come from Tasmania, now with the St George Club. He's going to probably have a shot from goal there. As I said, don't be deceived by the 50-metre arc. Probably only more likely 40 here at Newcastle Sports Ground.
As he's looking at the post, this will be a good start for AFL Sydney. He's walking into the man on the mark, measuring up his kick. He's let it go. He's given it a bit. And I think he's pushed it just to the right. So opening score is a point to AFL Sydney. They're on the scoreboard early.
Yeah, good work there. Good, very strong through the middle. They were able to run the ball. They took it from one end to the other really well. So Zach Metcalf's going to bring it in. Looks in short. James Polglaze takes the mark. Just short of centre half back for the Black Diamond AFL. He's looking for his target. He's going to go straight in the centre. He's going to go. Bit of a wobbly kick. No one's going to be there. It's going to be Bailey's got to contest, but a good strong mark taken there by Blackburn. Blackburn, not the best kick though. It's going to go to Kilworth. He's going to snap it over the shoulder into the top of the square. Dangerous area here. AFL Sydney, good fly. But yeah, good solid mark taken back there by Polglaze. Polglaze now chips there. They're looking for Wilmot, a good player, the rusticer player of the match last week, Ivan.
And fantastic effort last week. Let's hope he can do it again this week.
So Wilmot, deep in the back pocket there. He goes long, kicks towards the centre wing, heads his target. Polglaze at the back. Good mark from Tom Head. That's his second one for the day. That's a good start by the youngster on debut. Kicks to the left foot, not the best kick. Jacob Dawes is the target there. He goes there up against it with his Cass. Dawes picks it up. He's tackled by Cass right on the boundary line there. Tapped out by AFL Sydney. Lemmy picks it up. Back they go now to Kilworth. So Kilworth on the right boot. He started well. Smothered by Webster. Tapped over the back by Kilworth again. Now in there to Widmer. He kicks it up into the centre of the ground. Bailey comes over the back. Can't take the mark. Goes down there. Tackled high there by AFL Sydney, but play-on's a call. Pete Van Dam picks it up. Picked up there by Wilmot. Really tough and hard in the clinches. Out now to Goulet. Had more time than he thought. Comes out in the open space. Who's got the pace? It's Betson up against Johnson. Johnson's got the pace and gets it away and clears it out in the centre wing where Jordan Pigeon's got the run of the play. Pigeon picks it up now on the centre wing. Corralled by Wilmot. Pigeon spears in pass. Good pass there and a good mark taken by Evan Smith.
It was a good mark. He got up early. He got up right at the time of the height of the ball he had to, and he's had a full length stretch on his arms, and he's pulled it down. So great mark to Evan Smith. Let's see if he can get the first major of the game.
Bit of lack of composure by Black Diamond AFL going in there. John Goulet had more time than he probably thought there, and it's just a wild kick. And they've rebounded pretty well, which is what the Black Diamond need to be careful. They've got a tall forward line, but they've got to be careful that they don't allow Sydney to run it out.
Absolutely. And there was a lot of pressure on the ball, so I think that just sort of he was his own worst enemy, wasn't he? Because he thought he was under much pressure like everyone else was, but he wasn't.
Evan Smith comes in for Sydney. Looks good off the boot. It's the first goal of the day.
There we go. Evan Smith starts it off. There's a cheer around the old AFL Sydney team. They like that kick from Evan Smith, and as they should. First major, Evan Smith.
Yeah, good mark. He'll be a key target up forward from the Sydney University Club. He joined them from down in the Riverina. Actually played for Riverina Football League last year against the AFL Sydney development side. So good player, a good mark. And look, that's the first goal on the board. Yeah,
they'll be very happy with that start. And but as you said, the Black Diamond guys, they're up and about. They've got the height advantage and the weight advantage. When you've got blokes like Jacob Dawes running around, they probably need to use that a bit more. But they've just got to be careful because this Sydney AFL side or AFL Sydney side are very, very quick.
They certainly are, and they're showing that. And they use the ball really well. So back in the centre there now. Aiden Cattell bounces the ball. Good bounce again. Dawes up against Wimmer. Dawes gets it down. Webster gets a hand on it. Coming quickly there. Though was Schaefer. Schaefer gets it out there. Back it comes to Mitch Knight. Mitch Knight kicks it up, looking for a big target. They've got plenty of them down there. Betson up there. Good pressure there by Sydney. Comes down there to Polglaze. Back to Jay Lewis. On the right boot. Shows a bit of composure. Out it comes to Tom Head. On the ground it goes. Handball's off to Webster. Webster goes in towards goal. There's at the back there, Mark. Dropped there. What he should have taken was Ericsson.
He'll be ruining that, Ericsson. It was a fantastic kick, and Ericsson had it all. It was all over him. He had to hold it.
Yeah, it was
couldn't hold it.
Pretty easy chest mark, really. And in rep games, you need to be hanging that. So anyway, a let off there for AFL Sydney. Good kick out there. Good spoil coming from behind as Polglaze. Spoil Josh Cash. Picked up now by Bushida. Bushida gets it. He's under pressure big time. Numbers there for Black Diamond AFL. Picked up there now by Bailey, but an errant handball and AFL Sydney out they go again. Back it goes to Harrison Green. Gets it off there to Bushida. He kicked it there, but a mark taken by Metcalf as a slip there by Evan Smith. Metcalf on the centre wing, kicked into the pocket. Tom Heads his target again. Up goes the big arm. Over the back to Goulet. Goulet runs into an open goal, has a kick. Fails to capitalise, however. Has a groan from the crowd in the stand as the crowd's starting to build.
Yeah, he didn't look. We were right behind him for that play. He actually was running to the point post rather than the goal post. And so when he kicked, he had to kick across his body, and that's exactly what he did. He compensated too much, and he pushed it to the left. Need to run straight in on those, Jono.
Yeah, I think, kicked out, used the wrong ball. I think he might have used, or is it going to be a ball up? Got to use the same ball that actually went through from behind. There's no just grabbing the ball behind the goals. So we're going to have a ball up the top of the
Tried a bit of sleight of hand, did he?
Did, mate. Those Sydney guys,
you got to watch him, buddy.
On them.
Those blokes from the city, I tell you.
They'll just try and get away with anything they do, but anyway, here's another chance for the Black Diamond AFL. Yet to record a goal. They trail by 5 points, 2 behind, 1-1-7 goal to AFL Sydney, courtesy of Evan Smith. From the ruck, it comes down there in the dangerous area. Betson picks up Courtney Knight, snaps it over his shoulder. No, another behind.
Good effort there by Courtney. He was under a lot of pressure. Tried the old snap over the shoulder, and he was getting really, really heaps of pressure from the back line of the Sydney AFL guys.
So Lemmy brings it across to David Johnson. Johnson deep in the pocket, looking for his next target. Good pressure. No one there. No switches on. He wants to switch. No one there, though. So he's going to put it under pressure. It's going to go a long kick, a one-on-one contest out there. Ericsson up against Schaefer. Good battle coming out. Ericsson goes to ground. They both go to ground. Good work there by Matt Young. Gives him a hand. Matt Young on the right boot. Kicks in towards centre half forward. Wilmot's coming into it. But so is AFL Sydney. Gets a handball quickly. Moratis is there. Good pressure. Now by AFL Sydney. Goes to ground, however. Under immense pressure there was Gibson. Handball's out the back. Wilmot's got the run of it. They've got the numbers there, Black Diamond, but it's AFL Sydney. Get a quick kick in there. Goes in there. Jace Van Dembert goes over the back. Kilworth's got it. He's going to run into an open goal, and he converts.
Very unlucky there. Very unlucky for Jason Van Dam. That ball shape, which we talk about a fair bit, just got him again. Did not pop up. Just went under his arms, and there was 2 of them there. And whoever wanted it from AFL Sydney was going to get it, and it was Kilworth who got it. So second goal to AFL Sydney. Yeah,
good play there by AFL Sydney. But the thing there, Jace Van Dam come out the ball. Admittedly, it went past him. But the thing was AFL Sydney had 2 players there. Black Diamond got sucked into where the ball was. They had the numbers around the contest. Should not have been able to allow the ball to get out that easy.
Yeah, they're certainly trying to make the contest. But you're right, guys. They've got to be careful they don't try too hard because they're getting sucked away from their player and trying to help out their teammates. And exactly what happened. 2-1 and got done.
Yeah. So now he comes. They're making it. Doors over the top. Good work. It comes down there, picked up by Goulet, goes to get a handball out. He can't get away with that. Missed there, however, by McKinlay. Goes there forward by Goulet, goes down long. Knight's there, three opponents there from AFL Sydney. Good spoil, back to Knight though. He steals it off. He's on the left foot snap. But another behind.
Yeah, good strong work there by Courtney Knight. Couldn't get the mark, but kept working hard, tried to muscle his way through it, and ended up with a snap. Good work, Courtney.
Right, this is where Sydney's done really well. They've been able to bring the ball out quickly from defence. They're going to go long again. Go from Lemmy, and once again, that's a good kick, and he's found there Boschita. They've got to work harder from the kick into Black Diamond. Too easy transition coming from defence. Chip in short there now. It's going to be marked by Blackburn. Blackburn on the defensive side of the centre wing. Goes inboard there. Good short pass. Taken there by McKinlay. Jack McKinlay from the Union New South Wales Club goes in long, kicks it in the side of the boot. Wilmot comes in front, but over the back is Moratas. Kicks in there now. Good speed there shown by Alex Foote. He goes to ground there, picks up, gets the handball out. Picked up there now nicely by Harrison Green on the left boot. Looks in there for his target. A good pass in. Good kick. Good skill shown there by Harrison Green. Marked there by Smith. He goes towards the centre. Can't take the mark there. Coming in there now is O'Brien. O'Brien for the Black Diamond. Kicks a dangerous area coming back there. Dawes is his target. Good work there by Green again to spoil the big man. Picked up quickly by Blackburn. Dodges one, dodges two. Has a snap. Quickly there, going back.
Oh.
It's touched off the boot, however.
Jeez, I tell you what, that Wade Blackburn, he had all the skills there. He was showing and popping and swiveling and turning, and just an unlucky touch for him because he got the fortunate bounce. He had all the gods with him then.
He did, yeah. No, good work there by AFL Sydney. And they're certainly worrying the Black Diamond at the moment with their pace. It's certainly there. Metcalf looks to go down the centre of the ground. Webster's his target. Webster takes the mark at centre half back. Next kick's important. He goes in there. Jace Van Dam's run away. Called out by Goulet. Van Dam picks it up there now. Goes on the left boot. Heads the target. He's got ground on Lemmy. Good spoil there by Lemmy. Made up good ground. Picked up there now out there by Schaefer. Schaefer gets it back there now to Johnson, who's started off really well in the back pocket for AFL Sydney. And he finds Tom Green on the far wing. His brother's on this side. Tom Green goes in short now looking for Josh Cass. Cass gets it. He goes on the half-forward flank. That's Beering passing. Good work there. And Dominic Kilworth, he marks in the half-forward flank. He started really well also. He kicks it up looking for the big target. The big target's Charlie Parsons. Also in there was Smith. Spoiled by the Black Diamond defence. Wheeler picks it up. He's tackled immediately. Goes there now to Mitch Knight. He gets it. He's under real pressure. Good defence. Good by the forwards from the AFL Sydney. So go back there now. And Jaden Reimer gets it. Good composure there by the debutant. And he finds Matt Bailey deep in the back pocket. And gee, this AFL Sydney forward line's working really hard.
They're working hard from their half back line. That's where they're building from, and they're really good at it.
Mitch Knight looking for Tom Head. Tom Head takes the mark again. On the half back line, though. Goes in there short. Pressure here, though. Polglaze. Good spoil coming over the back there by Cook. Comes there now to Reimer. He's under immense pressure. That's a good tackle. Should be holding the ball, and is holding the ball.
Yeah, Chris Bishop's on the sideline, mate. He's trying to direct the players where to go, and that he's put into a danger spot. He should have kept using the side of the width of the field and using the wings, but he went inside there, and they got caught out, Black Diamond.
Yeah, just a bit of inexperience for Jaden Reimer. As I said, the youngster. Thought he had more time, but this is a step up in pace. You haven't got
absolutely.
that time.
And pace the key there, mate. It is
Josh
very,
Cass.
very quick.
Coming in now, Sydney Hills Eagles. Comes in on the right boot. He's pulled that one shortly. He's not going to make the distance, however. Yes, it does. And through free behind.
Yeah, you can see Chris Bishop on the sideline. He's sort of, you can see him pacing. He's up and down. He wants his boys to do what they can do within their skill set, but they just feel that pressure because this Sydney, as I said, the half-back line is where it's building from, and it's going straight up the ground, very clean in their possessions and very, very cutthroat.
He worked a lot during the week and actually showing composure when you've got the football. And that's something they're not doing at the moment. No. They're rushing it. They're trying to work the ball, kick it to positions where maybe not. And here's another chance now. Like, that's just a poor turnover from Jay Lewis. And that's running an open goal is Harrison Green. And he converts, and that absolutely hurts.
Wow. And well taken by young Harrison Green there. He's absolutely read that perfectly. Stole the grab, is right in front of the Black Diamond's face and ran into an open goal and drilled it. And they worked on composure during the week, as I would dare say at quarter time. That's exactly what Chris Bishop will be referring to.
Yeah, look, that was just a poor disposal. That's to turning over the ball in that option. If you're going to go across the ground, across the half back line, you need to make sure you're hitting your target. And
because they are so quick, guys, you're hitting targets is always key. But when you got a side who is showing that they are a half pace quicker than you, don't play those passes. Don't risk it.
Yeah. Got to show more composure. The Black Diamond's certainly a bit ruffled, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I think they're really struggling. They're probably actually haven't got really into the grind of the contest at the moment. They're all a little bit flashy and trying to do the flashy stuff. Instead of going back, let's start grinding it out. Let's start hanging on to the ball, play a bit of tempo footy. Anyway, mark's taken there now by Nathan Vasey, also on debut, another 18-year-old.
There's plenty of time, guys. Let's just put it
exactly
that way.
Right, exactly. They just need to just get some possession. They're just not hitting their targets.
Nope.
Out there now, Gibson. That was another one there, just short and good tackling pressure by AFL Sydney. Certainly putting him under the pump. And a free kick there now. It's going to go to Liam Gibson on the half-back flank. Kicks it in long. Heads his target. Why wouldn't he? He started exceptionally well.
That's his, at least, I think,
that's
four marks.
Four marks now. A lot of them, however, are up the ground. So,
yeah.
Which is good. He's showing good athletic. He goes in short now looking for Webster. So Webster takes the mark, probably 60 metres out from goal. The next target that's going to count. He kicks it in long there. At the back's Pete Van Dam, but once again, numbers there. AFL Sydney takes a good mark. It was taken there that time by Parsons. Away they go again. AFL Sydney kicks it out wide. Good work by Gibson. In front of Foot. Get the handball back there now. Across it goes to... Might have been Vasey, but back it comes there now. As Webster's got it again. He's starting to get his hands on the ball, which is good for the Black Diamond. Chips in there, looking for Betson. Betson can't take the mark. Good numbers again on the ground again, however, by the AFL Sydney. Free kick should have went there to McKinlay, but away they go. Widmar gets it. Handballs it out to Cass, and away go AFL Sydney again. Cross it comes to Green. They're just running the ball really well. Handball under there. Good hands there by McKinlay, and they're out now. Picked up there by... It goes across there now. Quickly to Blackburn. Blackburn goes long, and Blackburn converts. What a great goal by AFL Sydney.
He has absolutely smacked that one, and that's a fantastic goal by Wade Blackburn, because that went through a long way over the top of the goal umpire's head as well. It wasn't like he dribbled it through. He has absolutely drilled that. So well done. And, mate, they just had weight of numbers through the run, didn't they? They were just 2 and 3 to 1 the whole way up the park.
Yeah, look, they were just too strong. They took it bad. They're just getting numbers to the footy. And that numbers to the footy comes with work rate. You know, at the moment, and Sydney's not working hard enough, especially from the back line. They're not working hard enough to get the ball, and therefore the ball's being run out quick enough. So they need to work harder. They're getting the ball to half forward, but they're not taking the mark. It's just coming back the other way and being converted.
Slingshotting back at him.
Back it comes there now in the centre bounce. They need to get in the goal here, the Black Diamond. It comes back in dispute there again. Pete Van Dam takes a tackle, goes back to Blake Erickson, but a free kick's going to go the way of AFL Sydney.
And they'd be disappointed too, Black Diamond, because they had it in their forward line a few times and they haven't been able to mark it, as you said. So it's a strange thing to say, but blokes like Cordy Knight and that, they're trying their best, but they're just a little bit off. And the back line of the Sydney AFL are just all over them. Yeah,
just need to be careful that they become one-trick ponies. In other words, they can't take a mark, there's nothing in it. Didn't go really behind the mark there, but play on's a call. Good kick there, great kick. Find their pass. Off the handball that goes, they overlap beautifully here. His bow shooter kicks into the top of the square. Another dangerous position. Plenty of numbers there by AFL Sydney, and it's a mark. Another mark taken down there. So
he took that stomach high. How did that work?
Just over the back. Just read the ball a little bit better. And a good, strong mark taken there by, I think it is there. Is that Washington? It is
Washington. Hayden Washington, mate.
Manly Warringah. So this is going to be for goal number 5. And he kicks it in. And look, and they're all over Black Diamond AFL at the moment.
They are looking very, very good, AFL Sydney. And look, dare I say, they've got to be a bit careful here, Black Diamond, because... two things can happen. They can either run away with the game very quickly and their heads will drop very quickly on the Black Diamond side. But the other side of it is AFL Sydney is they're looking very clinical. But you get a couple more and all of a sudden the cockiness starts coming in and they'll start doing things they probably shouldn't be doing. But they have worked extremely hard to get themselves in a fantastic position. They're 29 points up already. Yeah,
look at that. And they're playing really, really good football. There's no doubt about that. They're just all over the top of the Black Diamond. And they need to really change from Chris Bishop. He needs to try and get the blokes working again. As we said, about controlling the football. I said, at some stage we've got to try and take control of the game. Yep. At the moment, they're just doing it too easy, running the ball, overlapping. No, fantastic, great to watch.
You might just need to slow it down a bit too. Don't play at their pace. Just get possession, get back, get your composure, get your position.
As up it comes, Dawes in the ruck then, goes over the back to Lewis. Lewis looking there for O'Brien. O'Brien gets it. He's on the right, but who's the target coming out there? Target looking out there. It's good work there by Price. Once again, just a sheer numbers. They're 4 to 1. They're just running and running and running. And a kick in there looking for Washington. A good mark taken there.
He's a good mark, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
Washington on the left boot. Kicks in the dangerous area again. Smith's obviously his target. Down they go. But over the back, they get the numbers coming down. They're getting in the front. Black Diamond's going to pick it up there for O'Brien. O'Brien in short, looking for Jason Van Dam, and he takes the mark. Deep in the pocket there, but just numbers. They need to lift their work rate. Now it comes, looking for head. Pushed off the ball there. Well done by Levi Sands. Back there it goes to Washington. He kicks in again. Seems been a dangerous area all the time. Up they go. Spoiled by Wheeler. Comes down to Wilmot. Wilmot handballs across. Under pressure, however it goes. Quickly there, kicked away by Bailey. Bailey in there looking for it. Polglaze in there with Betson. Spoiled over the back there by Schaefer, out it comes back, good hands there, comes back to Matt Lemmy, and once again, AFL Sydney go out again, one-on-one contest out on the far wing, Brendan Lewis up against Tom Green, Brendan Lewis picks it up, but once again, they just got sheer numbers, he's got no one to go to, well done by Brendan Lewis, they showed a bit of composure, not the best kick, but he did well anyway, picked up by Mitch Knight, will use his body well, back it comes to Courtney Knight, he chips it in, that's a better start, Gibson comes in, takes the mark. Just forward to centre, comes in there, spearing kick, looking in there, as up it goes, a good mark taken by Luke Price, and Price is going to line up from centre half forward, about 30 metres out from goal. And dare to say, Ivan, Black Diamond need a goal.
Yeah, that's the understatement of the year so far, guys. But yeah, Luke Price got front position, did very well. Good clean hands. And look, this is the problem though, guys. We're in the first quarter and he's already feeling the pressure of kicking a goal because it's so needed. But
really good work by Brendan Lewis though. They didn't give the ball away. He was outnumbered, but he actually had it, and he started to come back. So Luke Price comes in, has a shot for goal. They're going to make the distance. Not going to make the distance. Good mark, Tom Head. Head takes the mark.
That's in a better spot, Tommy.
He's certainly been their most dangerous forward, being able to take grabs. Anyway, I think that's about grab number 5 today, Ivan.
Easy grab 5. He might have snuck on him when we weren't watching, but the 4 of them being fantastic, solid marks. That's why you noticed them.
So Head comes in a bit of an acute angle. Looks like he's going to do the old banana. Comes in on the left boot, off the boot, and that's a goal. That's what they needed.
They're off and racing.
Great goal to Tom Head. It's taken them about 20 minutes, but they're finally on the board.
And fair to say, probably the most deserving bloke to get for a goal out of the Black Diamond side. And well done to Tommy Head. Good work, Black Diamond, to get on the board. And let's get the next one.
That's right. That brings the margin back there now to 23 points. So that's a long way back, but you just take it in small steps.
Interesting. It's only 8 scoring shots to 5. And there's a 23-point difference. So it just goes to show the clinical nature of AFL Sydney. Yeah,
look, they've converted really well, and that's the important part. And look, and you know, their run and carry has been fantastic.
It's been good to watch, to be quite honest.
It has, really, really good. So I think it's caught the Black Diamond by surprise. There's no doubt about that. As Ericsson comes in, he punches it back, and that's a holding. Free kick's going to go to Blake Ericsson in the centre of the ground. So who's the target? Head's obviously going to be the target. Goulet goes one way, Head goes the other. In goes Ericsson. Head's his target. Why would it be? Lemmy's coming across. Good numbers there. Good work off the ball by Levi Sands and kept Tom Head out of the contest. Kicks the ball out wide, goes across to Tom Green. He's been chased by Mitch Knight. On the right boot, kicked it out wide. No one out there, though, so it's a foot race again. Leading in the race with his Marauders for AFL City. Picked up there now nicely by, that might have been Ryder. So back it comes in there as Ericsson kicks him on. No target there. Good contest coming from behind by Gibson. Spoils it, keeps him back. Wheeler gets it, doesn't take the ball with him. Picked up by AFL Sydney. Tackled immediately by Ericsson. Out on the centre wing. Holding on, it's going to be a ball up out on the far centre wing.
I'll tell you one difference I've noticed already, Gaz, was that when it was up in the forward line for AFL Sydney, you mentioned him before, Marauders, he crashed the pack. He was nowhere in the competition, but he still made a contest of it. When the ball went into the Black Diamonds forward line, they all basically stood back and let the contest happen. They've got to get in, put pressure on that contest.
Yeah, exactly. Once again, another ball. Haven't moved anywhere. Still on the centre wing. We're into time on in the first quarter. It certainly belonged to AFL Sydney. 5-3-33, leading the Black Diamond. 1-4-10. But like I said, we're into the first quarter, so plenty of... And it's fair to say that the wind is actually probably favouring AFL Sydney if the Black Diamonds got anything to hang their hat on. But AFL Sydney, though, away they go again. Quickly in the hands of William Cook. William Cook tackled as he gets kicked, so that spoils the kick a little bit. Wilmot gets it, sockers it off the ground. Good stuff with the World Cup starting next week. Back it comes to Wilmot. One-on-one contest. Good hit out there. Price his target, and Wilmot, fantastic
he's good.
The next target there now from Price. Price goes out there looking for Tom Head. He's not going to get it. Falls short. He tries to keep it in there, though, by Pete Van Dam. Gets it back to Tom Head. Away they go. Handball a little too slick for Wilmot. Good tackle by that. Away goes Tom Head. Off it goes to Webster. That's better work rate. Webster kicks it over the back to Gibson. Gibson over his head. Would have loved it that had to stuck to him. It goes there. Tackled by Goulet. Good pressure from AFL Sydney. Come back. Good contest on the ball. Polglaves lying all over the top of him there is Schaefer, and it's going to be a ball up. That's better by Black Diamond AFL. Yeah, good work by Tom Head. He's certainly been the pick of the Black Diamond players at the moment. I think that's Polglaves gone down from a heavy hit there.
Yeah, good solid hit. Look, it's one of the talk of the AFL at the moment. Those two guys, both going for a ball, both went in there, not head first, but turned their bodies. But that's the sort of thing that's been happening a lot. But that just shows that they're both contesting the ball.
Certainly is. Winmar taps it down quickly there. Away go. Free kick for high tackles. Got to go to Blackburn. So Wade Blackburn for AFL Sydney. And half back line, centre half back. There's Polglaves. Not good news for James Polglaves. Looks like he's coming up. Looks like it'll be a bit of a hip injury by the look of that from the contest. So the bad news for the Black Diamond AFL. Plays on quickly AFL Sydney. Out it goes there now to find Levi Sands. On the half-back flank, Tom Head comes in at the last minute, puts a bit of pressure. Back it goes there now. Numbers there for the Black Diamond. Metcalf's got it, along with Wilmot, along also there with Washington, and the ball goes out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Half-forward flank, about 60 metres around from the AFL Sydney goal line. Good throw in by the boundary umpire. Up it goes. It's Dawes in the ruck against Washington. Comes down, tapped over the top by Van Dam. Comes down there looking for Wilmot. Under pressure, he handballs it back to Webster. He picks it up and takes the ball out of bounds for another boundary throw in.
We're only at the 23-minute mark of this first quarter, Gaz. Geez, it feels like it's been a lot longer. That's been a good game.
Oh, it's been good. It's certainly a step up from what club football is. And
Yep.
And look, it's taken a little while for the Black Diamond to adapt to that. But they're slowly there now. If they can just, let's say, get their hands on the ball, which is what they have been doing. Dawes out, taps it down to Webster. Handball, away they go again. Across it comes to Metcalf. Out it comes to Brendan Lewis. He runs through the centre of the ground. Chips it in short. Betson's his target. Betson takes it. Away he goes. Needs to turn around quickly. Gets into the open forward line. Who's it? Head goes back deep. Here he goes. A good kick needed. Kick down there. Head there. Up against Sands. Up against good contest. Over the back it comes down. Courtney Knight, as ever, roving the pack. He comes in there well. Good pressure, though, by AFL Sydney. And it's going to be a boundary throwing. Good pressure down there, but much better play by the Black Diamond. Brendan Lewis through the centre. Good play. He's done a couple of good things today.
You can actually start seeing the Black Diamond guys. It's like they're working through the gears. You know, they start in first and they're starting to get in the second and now get their motion happening, where Sydney AFL just came out bang. They were already on third and fourth gear.
They just hit them harder than what the Black Diamond did. They certainly. So Pete Van Dam over the top. Tap down there. No, good pick up there by Shaver. Kicks in there. Good mark taken by Price. And he's made a good impact since coming off the bench, Luke Price. He'll come out probably about 45 metres out. Based on his last game, I'm not sure he'll make the distance, but he's going to back himself. He's taken a couple of really good marks.
Well, if you're all right with the arc, mate, he's only 40 out, so why not back yourself?
Kicking into the breeze, though, if anything, but kicked by Blackburn's kicking his last one. Certainly says the wind is favouring, but he comes in on the right boot. Looks good up in the air. See the wind hold that. So that certainly could have an impact on there. It's a good mark taken there. Nice grab. Is that taken in there by Liam Gibson?
Liam Gibson.
The 10-year man. But you take that kick, and we probably haven't really taken that into consideration, Ivan, is the actual breeze.
Yeah.
You've seen Wade Blackburn kick a goal from inside the square, and that kick there is holding up and struggle to go 35. As Gibson comes in, he's kicked the goal.
Good reward.
Back-to-back goals there now by the Black Diamond, and that's slowly but surely working their way back into the game deep in the first quarter.
Do we dare say it? A great captain's goal there by Liam Gibson. But you're right, guys. That was, you could physically see the ball just stop and start bending back the other way. Well, look, we're in the sheltered grandstand here with many of the other spectators, so we probably aren't feeling it as much as they are down there. But that was just physically obvious to everyone that wind is really holding that ball up.
Yeah, like I said, we had a couple of long kicks coming in there, so maybe we're probably a bit underestimating that, and so the Black Diamond probably haven't done a bad job, but more in the feel of the play though. Ivan. Don't worry about the wind, just the feel of the football, and it's certainly AFL Sydney, but Black Diamond's got not a very good bounce there. Favoured Widmer, taps it down to AFL Sydney. It's going to go over the back. Oh, what's he got him? Free kick there. Roger, you can always rely on Roger. He's done. I think free kick's going to go to...
That one's to all the backmen out there, mate, because all the forwards normally get those ones.
Exactly. Anyway, so Jace Van Dam on the full back line, kicks it out wide, going to go now to Metcalf. Not 15, Roger calls. He loves that one as well. He goes back there now and kicked by Metcalf under pressure. And
not the greatest option he probably could have had.
No, I'm not sure the first option was all the best from Jace Van Dam, Once again, they've done well by not playing fancy, by actually playing more direct football. And that was certainly it. But put him under pressure there now. As up it comes. Over the top there was Head, but picked up there, fumbled quickly, but it comes back now to Widmer. Widmer has a shot on goal, and that's what hurts. Where you actually go there, you muck up going around the back line, a centre bounce or a boundary throw in, comes back over the back, and the big ruckman for AFL Sydney converts their 6th goal for the term.
Well, they have kicked 6 goals, guys, and I was about to say probably at least 3 of them have been off errors from the Black Diamond guys. So if you start eliminating those errors and eliminating the goals that are against you, then this competition is going to be much more even than what it is at the moment. But no doubt, Chrissy Bishop will tell them that at quarter time and say, listen, boys, talk about the composure, talk about getting rid of the silly options, and all of a sudden we're back in this. Yeah,
certainly. And that's what really they've done. They've been able to convert better from the turnovers. But full credit to AFL Sydney, though. They are creating the turnovers.
Oh, yeah.
Aiden Cattell again. Now, okay, that's a better bounce. Up it comes there now. As Dawes gets a big thumping punch. Goes to Prices in front of it. Once again, the ill bounce of the AFL football. Comes back there now. Missed there by Schaefer. Picked up by Price. Back it comes to Gibson. He does one fend off. Back now to Lewis. Back it comes to Pete Van Dam. The terrible combination. Good smother by AFL Sydney and picked up there nicely. But I think it was Green again on the left boot. Good. They're very clean with their foot. It's going to go over the just in front of Moratus. I'm going to have a boundary throw, but very clean, aren't they?
They are. And that's the problem with these bloody youngsters, mate. They keep coming back at you. They never stop.
Exactly. Hopefully they will, though. Boundary throw in. Up we go again. Dawes in the ruck against Widmer. Tapped it down. Coming back across there, Vasey overruns the ball, picked up there nicely over by Moratis. He handballed across there quickly to Pigeon. Pigeon on the right boot, looking there for Washington, over his head. Metcalf's got the run of the ball. He picks it up, and there should be space ahead of Black Diamond now as Ericsson gets it. Has one bounce. Looks to have another, but quickly on the right boot. He goes out there. Betson's his target. Good pressure there by Lemmy. Betson on the ground. One-on-one contest. Who's going to win this? Betson goes to ground as the siren sounds. Quarter time here at Newcastle #1 Sports Ground. And it's the AFL Sydney Development Squad. 6-3-39. Hold a 23-point advantage over the Black Diamond AFL. 2-4-16.
Goal kickers for the Black Diamond AFL, one to Tom Head and one to Captain Liam Gibson. And individuals all across the board for AFL Sydney. Individual goals to Harrison Green, Dominic Kilworth, Wade Blackburn, Hayden Washington, Ted Widmer, and Evan Smith. And a great all-round performance, great opening quarter from AFL Sydney.
Yeah, look, very good, yeah. Full honest to them, 23 points is probably a fair indication of the play. I think that they've been the better players. They got off and kicked the first 5 goals of the game. Black Diamond come back with 2 of their own before they got to lay one to AFL Sydney. So plenty of work still to be done by the Black Diamond, but I believe that they'll be kicking with the wind in this second quarter. So hopefully they'll make a better fist of it then.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll have a short break and come back to this for the second quarter here from #1 Sports Ground Newcastle for the Black Diamond AFL versus AFL Sydney representative fixture. See you soon on Bar TV. And welcome back to the number one sports ground here at Newcastle. Black Diamond AFL and the AFL Sydney guys, they're about to get underway here. The ball is up.
And up it goes as we got in the ruck there. We got Parsons up against Dawes. Down it comes AFL Sydney. They've had the ascendance in the first quarter. Picked up by Vasey. Good pressure once again by AFL Sydney. Wheeler picks it up. Across it comes to Wilmot, the Newcastle City combination. Down it comes over the back and out of bounds. Ivan went down there at quarter time.
Yep.
Black Diamond AFL coach Chris Bishop was livid. Livid with turnovers. Livid with work rate. Or lack of both of them. Okay, not lack of turnovers, been plenty of them, but
Yeah.
the other interesting thing by going down there was how strong the wind is.
Yeah,
the wind
right.
is really strong down on the ground and blowing straight down the ground.
Like
So-
it blew your hair around, did it?
well, it did really, and lucky really that I put plenty of hair gel in it this morning, and that was able to really keep it looking in its pristine condition.
Well, the other key question is, was it the wind or was it Chris Bishop actually just giving them a hair dryer himself? Because I would expect that he would be livid with that. He knows he's got some good quality players. They need to lift.
Yeah, look, you don't get many sprays in rep footy, but he just did, and there's a great kick
grab.
in. Good start there by Webster to head.
Tommy Head again.
But one thing Chris Bishop did do was praise the work of Tom Head. You know, and
Yep.
look, he was a standout. You know, that to me that is contested mark number 7.
Go on, say it. He's head and shoulders above the rest, isn't he?
No, probably just head above everybody else at the moment, okay? That's a good one, though. You're on fire early. But anyway, Tom Heads, they need to kick a goal early on. Give them that confidence back.
This would be a good start for him.
Comes in, left boot, hits the ball. He's pulled it, though.
Pulled it. Yeah. No, well, the Sydney AFL guys, I had a look at their huddle there, and they were, again, very composed.
Yep.
Coach just talking through things. There was no raised voices. It was all very calm and composed. They know they've got this game already by the scruff, and this quarter will be crucial for Black Diamond.
Yeah, look, it's the first of, that was the first battle was won by AFL Sydney without doubt. But it's a war, this, so it depends on who wins it at the end. So played on quickly from defence there by Johnson. Out it goes, though. Black Diamond picks it up again. Nice work out there by Vasey. Kicking in there, heads his target again, but Johnson's going to take a mark in the back pocket for AFL Sydney. Goes to look to go across the ground. Chips in there. Lemmy marks it in front of Ericsson. Deep in the goal square, though. Good work there. Good work on the mark by Ericsson. Lemmy looks to go. He goes one way, goes the other. Goes across to Johnson. Falls short, however.
Now the pressure's
Under
building.
pressure there now by Head. Good tackle.
Great tackle.
Probably could have dispossessed. Unlucky there for free kick, but Tom Green's get back there. Good work by Josh Wheeler. Work rate from the Black Diamond has picked up immensely already.
You can see, mate. It must have worked because that backline pressure is already there. In the first quarter, Sydney would have had that out and up the park already, but they couldn't get it out. They were under immense pressure early.
So Dawes taps it over, but AFL Sydney now taps it over the back. Leading in the race, Van Dam goes to the ground. Comes in there quickly. Well done by Jace Van Dam. Picked up by Nathan Vasey. He gets a handball, no one in particular. Away they go now as AFL Sydney. Out wide, I think it's Green out there. He picks it up, gets the handball away. Good tackle there as O'Brien gets it. He picks it up in the target. John Goulet's his target. Needs to lift Goulet. Comes off Josh Wheeler, off the soccer ground. It comes to the middle of the ground, but AFL Sydney's got the run of it. They'll come through the centre of the ground and away they go. In short, it goes to Harrison Green. So Harrison Green just on the defensive side of centre. Chips it out wide there now. Goes out there quickly, looking out there for Moratis. Moratis picks it up from the Pennant Hills Club. He goes in there by looking for Washington. He marks it wide out on the half-forward flank. Goes in there. Who's his target? He's targeting there. Johnson's moved down. Kicked in there nicely, though. Good defensive pressure by Black Diamond. Washington picks it up. He comes in there, handballs it backward. Goes in the dangerous position for AFL Sydney. Picked up there by Vasey. He's dispossessed. Handball comes back quickly. Picked up there now by Kilworth. Dispossessed by Webster. Black Diamond picked up O'Brien. He loves getting in there. He loves picking up the loose ball, and he chips it out to Goulet. Well done, Simon O'Brien. On the centre wing, looking for the forward line to break. Heads his target, but it's 2 against 1. Sands does a good job, but Head well contested. Back it comes now over the back is Gibson. Gibson got it. Both players go to ground. Gibson picks it up. Handballs it back quickly. Doesn't have it there as Webster, but he keeps going on. He probably hasn't got it, but just the sheer numbers there. Work rate by AFL Sydney and Levi Sand. Picks it up on the left boot. Contest falls back to AFL Sydney and they're away again. Kilworth drops the ball when he should have taken. Away he goes. He goes to ground. And it's going to be a ball up.
Now we've got a contest, Gaz.
Contest now.
All up and down the park. There is contests everywhere, and this is exactly what Chrissy Bishop would be telling him.
Exactly. Goes out the back there by Moratis. Picks it up. Chased by Van Dam. But Moratis on the left boot. Looking for Washington. Up against Van Dam. And I don't know what shape that ball is, but tell you what, we've had a few of them today that haven't really gone Bounce away it goes. Away they go now with Wilmot. Good switch coming from Metcalf. Wilmot has one bounce. Goes through half back. His target down there is looking for Betson. Betson's in position. Drops what he should have taken. He fumbled it a couple of times. He's under pressure now, however. Needs to get it out. Sands picks it up. Goes in there nicely. Also his Price. Good pressure. Gets it back to Gibson. And the skipper from the Black Diamond goes in there looking for Head. Chipping in there is Parsons. Head gets it though. Goes to ground. Handballs back to Ericsson. He's swamped by AFL Sydney defenders. Back it comes to Lemmy to Kilworth. And AFL Sydney's out. Coming only as far though as Betson should take the mark. He doesn't. Good work taken by Cook. Slow to get up though as it comes back now to Vasey. Back to Webster. Webster goes back there to Metcalf. Better play. He'll chip across there now to Van Dam. Better play. Pete Van Dam gets it. He goes through half forward. A spearing pass looking for Tom Head. Better play by the Black Diamond AFL. That's what we want to see.
And great composure. Did you see they had no options forward, so they just looked back. They pushed it around, looked for the options, and then what they found was a leading forward who took it on his chest and says, I'm going to line this one up, boys, for you guys. Let's convert this one. But much, much better play from Black Diamond, and that pressure has just lifted up another couple of notches.
That's probably the first time they've actually really moved the ball from defence. Chip across from Metcalf to Wilmot. Tom Head on the left boot. Last one he pulled. The second one he's pushed across.
No, just a little bit to the left there. But look, you'd be much, much happier if you're a Chris Bishop, and no doubt the Sydney AFL guys have now worked out they're in a contest.
Much, much happier if the ball's going through the big sticks, mate.
Yeah, they need to convert those ones. You're not going to get too many of them.
Yeah, they just need to put that pressure on it. Goes back there now and Jace Van Dam, and all of a sudden, the Black Diamond defence is really stepping up as Jace Van Dam goes into Mitch Knight. He drops what he should have taken. Handball, back it goes to Dawes. Back it goes there quickly to Wheeler. Wheeler's dispossessing the tackle. Once again, a mismark there by Mitch Knight. Puts him under pressure. Good work. He goes in and smothers that. The pressure now is by Wheeler. Good work. He's tackled high and he's going to get a free kick. Josh Wheeler, he just loves... Oh, no, he's gone against Josh Wheeler.
Against him.
Anyway, it's going to go to Kilworth. Dominic Kilworth, back flank. Chips it out the wing. Going to be taking a mark there by Matthew Cale. And Matthew Cale on the wing. Looks inboard. Go to the wind there, taken there by Blackburn. He gets it, he goes, but really corralled there by Jay Lewis. Gets it back in there to Green. Green into Kilworth through the centre of the ground. He goes there now, kicks it into the forward line. Washington's his target. They've got numbers back there. Jace Van Dam up against Washington. Good contest that. Tom Head's doing it in the back line there now. Gets it across to Wilmot, who kicks it out. He's been pretty good. Andrew Wilmot, he's loved the way that he finds targets when he gets the ball. And
they're starting to look good, mate. They're starting to get numbers around the ball. The contest isn't now outweighing them. They've actually got more bodies around the ball.
Good tackle there. Good pressure in the defence. Poor kick coming by Jay Lewis, however, but kicked out there now by Tom Green. He gets it out there, but good mark taken out there again by Pete Van Dam. Pete Van Dam on the centre wing, half forward. Gibson's his target. He uses the body, goes back there now. He's in a foot race with Schaefer.
Good hands.
Gibson gives a handball over the top. Goulet, the ball hasn't bounced kindly for anyone today, and it goes out of bounds for a boundary throw in. But look, that wind is certainly making a difference. The ball now is spending the time in the Black Diamond forward half.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And as I said, look, the weight of numbers isn't against them anymore. They're working hard for each other now. They're starting to get more bodies around the ball, and that will only get better and better as the day goes on.
I wish that Sydney runner to get off the ground. He's out there all the time. Just needs to get off there. He's not delivering messages. Not that they'd understand anyway. But anyway, it comes across to Jay Lewis. He kicks it in there. For those who don't know, he's actually my son, so I'm allowed to say that. As out it comes there now, as AFL Sydney get the ball and they clear it out there and out of the half-back flank. A one-on-one contest again. Price there, good work, good use of the body by Luke Price.
He's been solid today.
Back quickly to Wilmot in short, looking there. Once again, a poor kick. And marked there by Harrison Green. But you're right there. Great work by Luke Price. A good mark. Once again, the pressure here again. Numbers aren't coming out, but they're going to find a target. Goes to McKinlay and he takes a mark in front of Mitch Knight. So McKinlay, half-back flank, AFL Sydney still holding the advantage by 21 points. Kicked in there now, it goes across to Levi Sands. On the left boot, the rising star winner in AFL Sydney last year. He goes out wide looking for Bashida. The Manly Warringah half-back flanker, he gets and away he goes. Has one bounce, chased by Brendan Lewis. On the left boot, his target in there is Kilworth, up against Josh Wheeler. A couple of hard nuts in there. Both they go, Wheeler teeps in front of him. Good work, well done by Lewis. Handball across to Wheeler. Good work, Josh Wheeler. He goes inboard looking for Gibson, who's been liable on the half forward. He's in a contest there with Schaefer. One-on-one, good work, good pressure by Gibson. He beats one, he has to beat two though. He does that, gets into Tom Head on the handball, a very ordinary one. Back it goes to Jay Lewis on the right boot. He has a snapper goal. It's coming back. It looks pretty good. It's a goal.
Great goal. Jay Lewis.
Jay Lewis, his first goal of the game. And good work there by Liam Gibson out on the half-forward flank.
They're really finding some good space and some good penetration on that far side of the ground, guys. They're using it out through Liam Gibson, and they're just working and working hard for each other out that side of the ground. And just rewards to the Black Diamond team. They're working their way back into this contest very calmly. in most parts, and but through physical work, really. That's what it is. It's not skill set. It's just hard work.
Well, that was just epitomised then with Josh Wheeler. Had a win a one-on-one contest. Got that, just willed himself, kept going. He was one who got the ball into Gibson.
Yep.
So Josh Wheeler really well done there on the half-back line. It's up we go again. Dawes over the top to Webster. Down to Lewis, the last goal kicker. And that's a good centre break. Lewis goes long again. This is back-to-back goal.
Hey!
You better believe it.
Jay Lewis.
Great centre clearance work by Dawes, Webster and Lewis. Lewis through the centre square, and he's kicked his second goal within a minute.
And all of a sudden, guys, that scoreboard pressure from Black Diamond AFL just gets a bit tighter and tighter. They're now only trailing by 9 as they start evening up the ledger, 4-6 to 6-3. And everything's starting to look very rosy for the Black Diamond AFL boys.
And all of a sudden, the support group here in the Black Diamond, they're starting to even stop their chatter amongst what they're talking. They're starting to watch the footy.
Absolutely, and it's exciting football from both sides. It's swaying back and forth, so you've got to make the most of it when it is your way.
So we've got a contest. Dawes again over the top, down to Lewis. They were a good combination last time. They're starting to win through the centre. Ericsson back to Dawes. You want that physical presence. He's a big man. Over it comes into the forward line again. Go Black Diamond. Price taps it over the back. Who's the bounce? Well done there, boy. They've got the numbers back there. Good work there. I think it might have been Johnson gets it. Chips it out wide. Reimer up there, one-on-one contest. They've got the numbers again, AFL Sydney, however. But Reimer's pressed him. Good tackle.
Good
got
chase.
the help by Bailey, but good work, AFL Sydney. They got good numbers back there, and away they go. Across it goes from Blackburn.
Well intercepted.
Good work there, boy. Picked up there nicely, however, by Pigeon. He gets a hurry kick. Black Diamond's got the numbers. Free kick, however.
She's just getting willing now,
Oh,
isn't it? The
loving
voices
this.
have picked up a notch.
Well, the boys, they've started to get back in this or getting in the contest.
Yep.
Metcalf to Webster. Handball across, it goes to Goulet. Next kick's going to be by. There he goes, runs through half back. He kicks it up. A lot of work for Gibson to do, but he's up against Schaefer. They've had a good contest. Gibson's winning this one at the moment. It's certainly inspired Black Diamond since moving forward. Back it comes to Matt Lemmy, the skipper of AFL Sydney. He chips it out in the half back flank and taken out there by this AFL Sydney. Chips it across there now, looking for Cahill. Cahill gets on the right boot. He looks for Washington up against Van Dam. They've had a good contest also. Van Dam spoils that. Picked up there by Cahill, but Van Dam picks him up and said, "You're going nowhere." Handballs it in. It goes to Wheeler and Black Diamond away, looking for Gibson. Gibson in front of
He's off
Green.
again.
Gets it and away he goes. Chips it in short to Courtney Knight, playing up the ground. Knight on the left boot, spearing pass. A pretty ordinary kick, but once again the bounce defeats Lemmy, but they've got numbers back there, but the pressure just building now as Lemmy goes, dives on the board. Over the top of him goes Tom Head. Down goes Lewis, picked up there, however, good work there by AFL Sydney, and they clear it out, and a good mark taken by Moratis. Moratis on the other wing, looks to go inboard. They went inboard in the first quarter, not going inboard now. As they hold it up, they need to play some tempo football, and they're doing that. Moratis looking for Washington. Good ball down there by Wheeler, comes down near the boundary line, and we're going to have a boundary throw in. And certainly the pressure has certainly built up.
And you can hear it in the voices, guys. As I said, the voices are getting louder. They're getting more urgent. The boys know that they have to fight and fight and fight. The first quarter when the play was in front of us wasn't like that. Now it is like that. Everyone knows that everything's on the line as there only is 9 points in it, and the Black Diamond boys are coming at the AFL Sydney boys.
Yeah, I think it's just took them a long time to get into the game. I don't know whether they expected to come out and think, well, it's going to be easy. We've got the best players.
We're on a break again, guys.
Away go, looking there. Betson's the target. Love to see him take the mark. Goes over top. Tom Head roving. Betson roves his own ball, picks it up, but they're going to clear it out again. Out goes to Lemmy. He fumbles at the vital time. That Courtney Knight's one. Courtney Knight's got 2, but they've got the numbers back, and David Johnson picks it up. He goes back deep there. Ball! Oh, high tackle. Free kick's going to go there.
Fantastic work, and Chris Bishop will be happy with the Black Diamond boys because they are putting the pressure in the forward line now. That's what that was missing in the first quarter. Now it's there. These backmen of Sydney AFL, they haven't got time to think about their possessions.
Johnson now kicks it out deep. Head's going to be there. The target, good mark taken out there by Evan Smith. Evan Smith now had to push up. He kicked the first goal of the game. Deep in the back line. He goes out there centre wing and up and under. Jacob Dawes is going to run it. There's a ball holds up. Jacob Dawes said, I'm going to thump this out of bounds, and out of bounds he does. And gee, that wind is that ball then just wouldn't have went 25 metres. 25 metres up.
It was terrible. And then went back 5.
Yeah. Here we go there now. Good contest. Really loving rep football today. Zach Metcalf taps it down to O'Brien. Fumbled it quickly goes, but picked up there. Webster goes to ground. He picks it up. Quick hands out. It goes to Vasey. Picked up there by Goulet. Goulet on the right boot. Looking out there for Betson. Gibson's in the front position. If Betson can't mark it, he's got it. Gibson on the right boot. Snaps it over. Oh,
wow.
Liam Gibson. Great roving. And the skipper. Second goal of the game.
It is his second goal of the game, and the boys are huddling around him. They know that was a great goal, bringing them back within 3 points. And I tell you what, they're up and about now. The Black Diamond boys know they'll work their way back in it. The crowd are loving it. They're up and about too. Everyone's having a good day. The AFL Sydney boys, no doubt, they're going to come back and they're going to come back hard. But at the moment, the ascendancy is all Black Diamond AFL.
Well, that's right. Remember, it was 5-0. So that's the thing at the very start of the game. It was 5-0, and that's 3 in a row now to the Black Diamond, and a 3-point advantage. And we're 14.5 minutes in the second quarter, and the standards really lifted. This is a fantastic game, and full credit to both sides. As up we go in the centre there. Widmer against Dawes, and he's certainly been a catalyst in that centre, as you would expect the big man. Gets it down to Lewis. Back it goes to Webster. He's showing his class. The best player in our competition. He's showing why. As it goes there now to Gibson. Out it comes to Goulet. Up it goes. Who's going to mark this? I think someone in the crowd. And no, the crowd don't take a mark, and it's out of bounds on the floor.
Yeah, we don't want any rain today, so don't put any rainmakers up like that, because it was a big kick, but it was just all up. No horizontal push there, just all vertical.
But certainly... Jacob Dawes has been a real man mountain in that ruck.
And so he should be.
Yeah.
He's having a spell at the moment, but he's a big boy and he needs to throw his weight around out there and to show some of these youngsters that if you want to play a good class of football, and he is a good class of footballer, Jacob Dawes, you've got to match it with me.
Good work again by Andrew Wilmot. That pressure, that's the difference in it. Just their
Big
work rate has really picked up. The pressure that they're putting on the AFL Sydney players now is really is much more intense than what it was in the first quarter. It goes out backwards. They're going there now. Back it goes. Shows the ball one way. He does evade the ball nicely. Quickly hurried on the kick. Washington against Van Dam. Good contest, as I mentioned before. Goes over the back to Zach Medcalf. Black Diamond are the ones who've got the numbers now. As Van Dam picks it up, it goes back there now to Brendan Lewis. Back it comes there now to looking in field again. That's Wilmot. He goes across there and finds Mitch Knight. Mitch Knight across half back. Goes there. Next target's going to go. They're going to go wide. He looks in short, looking for Webster. He's under pressure there from Alex Foote. They've turned into a 50-50 contest in the middle of the ground. AFL Sydney now, they've got the numbers, an opportunity to come forward as Josh Cass gets it. Hits that, chips it over. He can't find his target, though, in Evan Smith. Zach Medcalf gets back. He's got help from Jace Van Dam, and Jace Van Dam picks it up. He's under pressure, however. Gets a kick. High tackle, however. Free kick's going to go to Jace Van Dam.
It was a good chase there. Who was it?
Evan Smith.
Evan Smith. Yeah, great chase. Looking in full credit to him. He never gave up.
Got a little bit proppy there, and that's going to be an ordinary kick again by Jace Van Dam. He was looking there for his brother Peter, but it's chipping in nicely there is Harrison Green, and that's that turnover we're talking about. And he got up a little bit proppy from that tackle and didn't really set himself for the kick, and there was no pace on the kick at all. But free kick, mark's been taken by Harrison Green. He's going to line up, have a shot from goal, about 30 metres out from goal. He comes in, kicks it off the boot, looks all right, but the wind's got that. It's going across the face. Who's the leapers out there? Good work by Zach Medcalf. He looks to take it over the line and in the back pocket.
Just a quick on that. Harrison Green's been a good player for Sydney AFL Sydney today. He's been up and about. He's only a small fellow if you look at some of the other big bodies around there, but he's certainly his stature is much bigger than what his actual physical presence is. Yeah, coming off 35 touches last week for his club side St George, so he certainly can find the ball. There's no doubt about that. It's in the centre half forward for AFL Sydney. Goes back there now to Cook. He's under pressure on the left boot in the dangerous area there. Picked up by Vasey. Vasey picked it up. Quick hands. Well done out there to his Nelson Bay teammate in Blake Erickson. Erickson then gets a short pass. It goes to Goulet. Goulet on the right boot. Kicks it long. Target there, but once again, it's a poor kick. John Goulet needs to actually stop kicking by going back. He needs to actually move forward and kick through the ball. Out it goes there now to AFL Sydney. They're kicking across. Got the numbers. Out it comes to Widmer. Widmer takes on the chest. Cass run past, but he ignores him. Widmer, 60 metres out from goal. Goes in short. The target there. He's looking at Washington. He can't take the mark. Van Dam puts the pressure on him. Pete Van Dam, that is now. He'll go back and pick it up. Goes back to Zach Medcalf. Medcalf in short. It goes to Blake Erickson. Erickson there now. Watch his next target. Goes in short. Good work by Brendan Lewis. He broke and able to make a good presentation moving forward across halfback. Lewis now goes in short to O'Brien. This is much better play. Simon O'Brien kicks it out wide. The target is going to be Betson. Betson should take the mark, and he does on the centre wing. No one up forward, though, for Black Diamond, so they need to hold it up. He chips it in board there, taken by Webster. Webster marks just towards the centre of the ground. He goes in there. Haven't got much up forward, though. He chips it in short. Look out there for Wilmot. Wilmot presents. Goes over this line. Goes out. Good contest by the two, and it goes out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Also, so guys, one of the most impressive things from both sides today is the amount of movement across the ground. Even when the ball's nowhere near, and there are players moving everywhere. It's just a fantastic thing to see in an AFL park. It is. It's really good. Yeah, and that's why you love rep football, because there is no weaklings out there. It's just the best of the best, and there's 22 players who are probably amongst the better players in their team, in their club team. So when you get the best of the best, there is no, everyone's got the skills, everyone's got the determination, and everyone's certainly got the ability. Ball in dispute there. Out it comes there now as AFL Sydney's got the run of it. Tackle a little bit high there, and a free kick will go the way of AFL Sydney. What are these runners actually saying to him anyway, mate? What's his
Well,
runner
I reckon
saying?
by the time Scott got out there, he'd be too tired to say anything. And if that, he would probably forget anyway, because he can never remember anything I tell him to do at home. But anyway, goes in there half forward line. Punch there by Metcalf. Out it comes as Webster's got the run of the ball. He overruns it. They good pressure by AFL Sydney. They've certainly lifted their pressure late in the last couple of minutes. It kicks line. They're going to go in forward. Back there is Bailey. Over the top. Oh, good grab. Evan Smith. A great leap over the top. 2 against 1. And he takes a fantastic grab, and he's going to line up for about 30 metres out from goal. Kick the first goal of the game.
Got to be close to mark of the day so far. But I don't think, if I'm wrong, tell me, but I don't think AFL Sydney kicked a goal this quarter, so he's certainly need to be getting
scored.
this. Haven't scored.
So you weren't wrong. So yeah, I can say you definitely weren't wrong.
Well, he needs to match up. Look, how often do you see a fantastic mark not get a goal? From a AFL Sydney point of view, and all those people watching from Sydney, fantastic to have you along today on Bar TV and BDAFL.com.au. As Evan Smith comes in, we hope for your sake he kicks it.
I think he's got it. The goal umpire, he moves back at the centre of the ground.
That is a magnificent kick, Gaz. That was swabble. Did you see the sway and the curve on that ball? That was up and down, and it actually went through the post, probably about 2/3 up, but it only dropped about 5 metres behind the goals because the wind just held it up, popped over at the end, and fantastic kick from Evan Smith.
Well done, Ivan. I'll have to take your word for that, because I'll be honest, I didn't see the ball swerve like you said up in the air, but mate, that's why you're the special comments man, because you can pick stuff like that up.
Well, I'm also a little bit younger. My eyesight's a touch better than yours too, but don't worry about that.
Well, I can't dispute that either. But, mate, that's good special comments, because we want to know about the swerve and the ball dropping 5 metres over. Good work, mate. Excellent stuff. It's back in the centre of the ground we go. Parsons up against Dawes. Dawes wins a tap down, though. Good work there by Goulet. Back it comes to O'Brien, but he's immediately possessed by the AFL Sydney defence. But Gibson's in there also. We'll have to have another ball up, I reckon.
And I've always been good at spotting a good swerve too, Gaz.
so I keep hearing. But anyways, Roger Crowhurst, the veteran of the umpiring panel, with a couple of young blokes out there. And in he comes. He'll throw the ball in the air. I think Roger's back sort of plays. That's why he doesn't bounce it like the young kids, because, at his age, it's a bit hard to get down there and bounce. But he throws the ball up as good as anybody, though. As back it comes there now. We're just digressing a little bit there. As it comes back in there, Black Diamond pick it up and they're away, but good tackling by the AFL Sydney. But Lewis picks it up, goes out there quickly to Vasey, but it hits the ground. Good work by Parsons. He picks it up for AFL Sydney, and he's going to put them back into attack. Metcalf up against Washington. It's a good contest. Metcalf again. Handball. The back it goes there to Ericsson. Ericsson gets it. Handballs across. It goes to Mitch Knight. Back it goes there now. Back further to Bailey. Bailey fumbles a little bit, but he's got a little bit of time on his hands. On the right boot, kicks it in forward. Looking out there, he targets Tom Ed, and Tom Ed takes the mark inside forward 50, and he's going to go back and have his 3rd shot on goal this quarter. Hopefully it's better than his first 2.
Yeah, fantastic Tom Ed, and fantastic work by the midfield of the Black Diamond AFL, because they worked hard to get that, and it was a great kick, well weighted, and Tom just ran onto that, and he's going to line up again for hopefully his 2nd goal of the day.
Comes in there now. Got a bit of a hook on the left boot. Comes in. Looks good off the boot. No, it doesn't. It just swayed again.
Again, goal umpire runs to his left and signals it's only a behind.
That had too much swerve. So that's another miss from Tommy. That's 3 misses. So undoing his good work up forward. AFL Sydney now bring the ball out to the far side of the ground. Up it goes. Good mark by John Goulet. So good mark. So what's the target? Who's the target in forward? He's going to go on. I think Ericsson's his target. Pete Van Dam's his target. Up there is Pete Van Dam. And Peter Van Dam, the veteran from Terrigal Avoca Club, playing his 9th representative fixture today. He's going to go back and line up from about 25, 30 metres out directly in front for his first goal of the game.
Geez, he'd love to win this game too. Forget the kicking this goal. That's certainly important. But just the overall game himself. There's no doubt that Pete Van Dam and his brother would love to go home with a win today.
No one more passionate in our league than Pete Van Dam. And he goes and he kicks the goal. Well done, Pete Van Dam. He's first for the day. And that brings a margin back to 2 points.
Fantastic. And it is, 8 scoring shots to the Black Diamond AFL. I'll make that 13 scoring shots to 10. And they're still trailing. So that just goes to show the accuracy of the AFL Sydney boys. But as you said, this win, it's going to be all AFL Sydney next quarter. Yeah. That's going to be the true test for the Black Diamond boys as we tick over around about 23 minutes in this 2nd quarter or the first half.
But you mentioned that in the first quarter, how quick the quarters go. And that's just such really, really good to commentate a game like this. And, the time is just excellent. Tap down there by
It's going quick for us. Those listening to us, it might not be going so quick.
Kilworth gets it across there quickly to Harrison Green. That's why we don't have to listen to it, mate. That's why we talk. Good tap over the back there by Wade Blackburn. Good handball in there. Picked up nicely by Jordan Pigeon. He snaps a goal. That is good work. That is a great play by Jordan Pigeon.
Fantastic.
That is fantastic work there. Really, really great roving, and then great conversion. A few goals have been missed from that pocket, but he got the ball to swing back quite nicely, and good goal by Pitch, and he's first for the game.
He'll be watching that one back on Bar TV's replay, mate, because the camera was right behind him for that, and it was a great turn, and the kick didn't look like it was going to do much, but it actually was a fantastic kick, and he stuck it inside the left-hand post, and well done to Jordan getting on the scoreboard for his first of the day.
And once again, thanks to our Bar TV for providing the coverage. They are the best in the business, and we're really appreciative of their support. Make sure you get on and have a look at it. As over it goes Dawes, taps it down to O'Brien, back to Goulet, quick hands to Webster, and the Terrigal-Avoca duo get Black Diamond into attack again. Looking in there for Pete Van Dam. Looks to move deep into attack, but he's up against there is Schaefer, and Schaefer gets a good pressure by Pete Van Dam. Gets it back to O'Brien again. O'Brien's going backwards to go forward. Back it comes to Reimer. He gets it. He takes it. Good to see a young kid with plenty of initiative and courage to do that. Goes across to Pete Van Dam. He sticks one hand out. Probably should have stuck two. But back it comes now. His head picks it up. Handballs it over the top there now. Pete Van Dam gets a bit of a knock on the leg there now, but it's going to go. Must be close to the boundary line over there. Simon O'Brien goes in, and it is out of bounds. We're going to have a boundary throw in.
Good word for Bryce Main, too, for AFL Sydney. He just kept going and going, the number 10, and he wanted to make sure that that ball was going to be either his or one of his teammates. He worked hard.
Yeah, good work, and their work rate's certainly good. They've certainly, after Black Diamond had the ascendancy early, the AFL Sydney's got themselves back into there now. It's chipped over the back there. It's going to go to Bailey, but picking up quickly, overrunning the ball now is McKinlay, which enables the Black Diamond to get into it. I think it might have been Lewis who kicked it, but a good mark. Taken back there by the AFL Sydney defence. 8 points of difference. We've played 25 minutes in the second quarter. Shaw kicks the target. He's got plenty of there, and it's taken there. I think that might be his Pigeon who takes the last goal kicker. He gets it, tries to run around there. Back it comes quickly there from foot. He handballed it back, taken away by the Black Diamond though. So on it goes there now. Reimer on the right, but who's his target? Tom Ed's his target, but just out a little bit wide, out of bounds on the full. And the relieving free kick's going to go to Levi Sands. Or he looks to go across the ground. No, hang on, he's going to call it back, and it's going to be a... And we'll just have a bit of a conference.
Yeah, just have a bit of a chat about it.
Conference, mate.
Yeah, how's the kids? Going well?
Yeah,
how's work this week?
Yep, now we'll go back. Probably just having a bit of a breathe. Anyway, Levi Sands got it. Last time he went across the ground to Tom Green. Is that still an option? No, he's calling for someone to go. Tom Green is still the option, and he's got it. Deep in the defence, though. Good work there now. He's able to chip it out there down to his brother in Harrison. Away they go. AFL Sydney have got it. Matt Lemmy gets away. Really good work there by AFL Sydney. They worked that really well. Matt Lemmy now in the half-back. He goes in there, board. Picked up there quickly by Alex Foote. Alex Foote marks. Goes across the ground now to Harrison Green. Harrison Green takes the mark. Plays on quickly on the centre wing. A little short pass to Cass. Cass takes the mark.
Good hands.
In front of Luke Price. Very good mark by Josh Cass. Very talented young player. Comes from Norwest Football Club originally, before moving to the Balmain Dockers, then back to Sydney Hills Eagles, where he currently plays his football at the moment, and the ball's out of bounds on the centre wing.
Yeah, good player, and you put the mocker on him, of course, because he put it near the boundary, but he is a good, solid player, and he's got a good build about him too. Have a look at the size of him already at that age.
Yeah, certainly is a fantastic young player. As the boundary throwing coming, Dawes against Widmer. Dawes taps it down. Green get picked up by Ericsson. Ericsson goes on his left boot. And quickly and out. A good pressure by AFL Sydney once again by Cass.
But I got to say, by Cass again, straight back in the game.
And out of bounds on the foot. Roger calls him back. Nathan Vasey on the mark. So AFL Sydney, what can they do? Can they sneak a quick goal late in the second quarter? There's kick there. No, they won't. Because the siren has sounded at the end of a very entertaining first half. And at half time, it's the AFL Sydney under-23s, 8-3-51. Leading the home side, the Black Diamond AFL, 6-7-43.
Goal kickers for the Black Diamond AFL, Gaz, Tom Head still with one, Peter Van Dam with one, Jay Lewis with two, and Liam Gibson with two. And for AFL Sydney under-23s, Jordan Pigeon with that fantastic goal to finish off the quarter for AFL Sydney. Harrison Green, Dominic Kilworth, Wade Blackburn, Hayden Washington, Ted Widmer all have one, and Evan Smith has the two for AFL Sydney. Fantastic quarter by Black Diamond AFL.
Yeah, look, so 8 points to the margin. That quarter was actually 4 goals, 3 to the Black Diamond AFL, to 2 goals straight for AFL Sydney. So they were able to get themselves certainly back in the contest. A late goal by AFL Sydney certainly still gives them the ascendancy by 8 points. But both sides will definitely enter the game at half-time. Thing that they've done really well at the half, and we've been quite satisfied. Plenty of room for improvement from both, but they'll be confident they can go on and take the game.
Yeah, Black Diamond AFL right back in the contest. They've worked hard, and so they should have. It's a fantastic effort there, and a good reward to them. And that quarter-time spray by Chrissy Bishop certainly worked its wonders.
Yeah, look, just a probably a disappointing aspect of the Black Diamond AFL was the fact they're just walking up the tunnel. Then was James Polglaze who took a knock in the first quarter. He's actually in he's changed in his casual clothes, so he won't take any further part, which is disappointing for him. And hopefully the injury is not too serious.
Yeah, Chris Bishop walks off the park. He doesn't look still happy about it, but he must be a bit happy with that quarter performance, and that was much better there. And Chris will go in there, probably not give him 2 sprays, but just say, boys, that was much better. That's what we wanted. From an AFL Sydney perspective, though, mate, they still look good, and you can't let up on those guys because these youngsters, they are still leading. It is still their game at the moment, and they'll be very happy with their performances, although they know they are in a contest right now.
Yeah, look, and as you mentioned, AFL Sydney, there's still the way you look at it, they're still leading. They're 8 points in front, which is important. They led by a good margin in the first, kicked the first 5 goals of the game. They certainly know they've got a contest, but they'd be very happy with the way they responded in the back half of that quarter when AFL Sydney, they got back within a couple of points. They were able then to settle and kick a vital goal at the end. So an 8-point advantage to AFL Sydney at halftime here at a beautiful Newcastle #1 sports ground. We'll be back shortly for the second half.
Black Diamond AFL wishes to thank its 2014 sponsors for the Black Diamond Cup. Wilson Security, Prime 7, Newcastle Herald, Star 104.5, BLK, Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery, and of course Bar TV. We thank all our sponsors in the Wilson Security Black Diamond Cup. Anyway, welcome back to number one sports ground here at Newcastle as we're about to get underway in the second half between the Black Diamond AFL versus AFL Sydney in a fantastic game so far. The AFL Sydney guys still leading by 8 points, but Black Diamond are on their way back after a great second quarter.
We're about to get underway. Roger Crowhurst comes in. Throws the ball in the air. Dawes up against passes. Down it comes to Dawes. Back it goes to Lewis. Handball's over the top there. Dawes is doing a bit of roving also there as well. Matt Young's got the run of it. Brushes off the tackle of Wheeler. And AFL Sydney's the first to attack in the second half. But only as far as John Gould. He now takes a mark up the half-back flank. He kicks it out wide to Pete Van Dam. The last goal kicker before half-time. Van Dam on the half-back flank. Tells the bloke on the mark to move back. The umpire says he's fine. Out it goes. Good mark by James Webster. Webster on the centre wing. Looks to go inboard. Goes to Bailey. Bailey takes the mark.
Gaz, saw you having a bit of a chat with Chris Bishop down there. What was he saying at half time?
Well, actually, Bish come and asked me for my advice, which is very sensible coaching on his behalf.
Oh, wow.
He absolutely listened to absolutely zero of it, however.
Of course.
But I don't mind giving him my two bobs. But really, seriously, he was actually pretty happy with the way they went.
Yeah.
And, your composure was much better. Their work rate lifted. Their tackle count was good as a free kick's being paid against Jacob Dawes. But their tackling lifted. Probably looking a little bit more this time. He wants less probably chipping around and wants more direct football.
And fair call too.
And the story on James Polgley, he's got a knock to the hip. So he definitely won't be back today, but he shouldn't be missing too much of the action.
And any news out of AFL City at half time at all, mate?
Yeah, look, they were happy with the way they went. And, they're virtually... Both coaches, one thing they did say was about how important this quarter is. A third quarter premiership, so Sydney are kicking with the wind. The Black Diamond know that they need to be able to maintain the pressure. And if they can control this quarter and go in within striking distance, they've got the legs to run over. And
as we are seeing the clouds start to come over, it's starting to look a bit dark. You do want to be in front if that rain does come, mate. So it's certainly a massive quarter for both sides.
Certainly, as his head goes to ground, there gets the handball out. Liam Gibson looks to be taking it. It's going to be out of bounds for a boundary throw in.
Any news on the runner out of AFL Sydney, mate? How's he going? Puffing away?
He's leaning on the fence down there, and I think they'll get very little use out of the runner there at the moment because I think he's absolutely had enough for the day. He's a bit tired.
He looks cactus, mate.
Yeah.
He looks cactus.
Yeah, so... And like I said, I don't think they'll be understanding the messages anyway.
But if they pull a sheet up around him, he knows he's in deep trouble.
It's on the half-forward flank. Fantastic to have AFL Sydney up, make the trip up to Newcastle, number one. It's a really good contest today and a good rivalry. And
once again, we thank all that we got a great number of viewers out of Sydney watching this game today on Bar TV, and we thank them for their viewership. It's fantastic to have Sydney here visit us in Newcastle.
It certainly is, and we welcome them back any time. As long as they don't take the trophy. Bam, we go there now, back on the half-forward flank. We're pretty hospitable, but we're not generous.
Exactly.
Wheeler picks it up, and we've got a bit of a rugby maul going. The rugby under-13 championships across the road. They'll be here tomorrow, but the way the players at the moment, we're just giving a little sample. Crowd's quite good today, Ivan. Very well supported. Good. Some good supporters on our left here have made the trip from AFL Sydney, so fantastic.
And enjoying a great game too, guys. They haven't been disappointed. It's a great contest.
Certainly have. Wheeler punches over the top, goes to Gibson. He gets on the left boot, snaps it in. Here's a chance. Betson, he goes up one-handed in front. Good work, good defensive by Johnson.
Oh.
But Bryan goes in hard. Top of the square. Once again, no...
He's tried all day, Betson. He just hasn't been able to grab those balls, has he? He's had a lot of contests. He just hasn't been able to mark them.
Yeah, Chris Bishop said that to him as well. He said, just keep presenting. They'll start sticking because that is his hallmark is his marking. He said, you just keep presenting and they will start sticking. Us. Got the rugby maul happening here again, and that's the pressure that's just being applied.
Yeah, both teams sort of a bit sluggish coming out of half time, but they are certainly working hard.
Pretty free flowing in the first half, and what you think you'll find is as the game builds and they get close to the end and the scoreboard pressure becomes more, it becomes more a defensive game. And you don't want to give anything away. As O'Brien, he kicks it into a pack, picked up there now by Head. He can't get it as it goes in there. AFL City look to have the run of it there through Kilworth, but they can't get away. Still in the forward pocket there. Gibson on the band goes down to Van Dam, kicks it. Fumbled there by Betson again. If he had got that, he could have had a snap over his shoulder, but once again, it's going to be a ball up.
There was some talk last week or so out of the AFL themselves about having zones in football, and I can tell you right now they'd be hating this game because every single player is forward of halfway. And in fact, almost every single player, other than about 6, after a great grab, is in the forward 50 arc.
Exactly. So we're just playing in one, and it's not even a 50, really. It's about a 40. So there's a lot of numbers in about Luke Price. He's certainly been very impressive. Chris Bishop singled him out. He kicks at the top of the square. He's a grab coming there. Tom Head! Tom Head!
Who else but Tom Head today?
That is, I think, contested mark number 9. We'll give him 10. I'm sure I would have missed one there at some stage.
Great grab from Tom Head in a very, very big pack. As we said, every player still forward of halfway. There was only about 6 players outside the arc as he puts it straight through and the cheers go around the Black Diamond AFL team out on the park. And well done, Tommy Head, number 2 for the day.
Yeah, fantastic work. But let's go back to the pressure, first of all, that was in there, applied by both sides. A hurry kick out at the back of the pack of a 2-on-1 contest was Luke Price takes a good mark, kicked it in deep into a dangerous area. As Chris Bishop, the coach, mentioned, let's get it into the dangerous area. Yep. And Tom Head took a good contested pack mark. And the important first goal against the wind brings them back within 2 points. And we've been playing about 5 minutes into the third quarter.
Mate, my view is I don't reckon there's going to be more than a goal or so in it. I tipped BDAFL by 11, and I reckon that's about the biggest margin we're going to have for the rest of the game.
Time will tell. That comes to Webster there now. Goes back to Mitch Knight in the centre. He tries to shrug off 1 tackle, tries to shrug off 2 tackles, and Roger Crowhurst said, that'll do. You won't get a third chance, and I'll throw it back up.
They've been good today, the umpires. They've let a lot go. We haven't talked much about them, which is great.
Mate, haven't even known they were out there. We got them out there today.
We do, mate. We always have the umpires there.
Very
fantastic.
Important part they play. As that now it comes again, a good spoil, a good mark, almost taken there by Smith, but a hurry kick in there. Goes by Moratis, holding the jumper there against Washington. The free kick's going to go to Jace Van Dam.
Yeah, could have went all the way that one, but did go to Van Dam.
Might just want to mention the umpires, Ivan, just to...
Yeah, of course. Field umpires, Roger Crowhurst, Lachlan Head, Aidan Kittle. Boundary umpires, Cooper Williams, Cameron James and Liam Doyle. And, of course, our goal umpires today, Paul Bess and Alex Chisholm.
Sweeping handball by Josh Wheeler on the Black Diamond away through Pete Van Dam. A scrubby old kick looking in for Betson. Good contest made again. Missed there by Gibson. Betson goes up again. AFL Sydney's got the numbers, though. However, and Levi Sands slips it out there to Parsons. They're away. Parsons over the top there. Good bump by Wheeler on Green. But Harrison Green rode the bump. Got it into Main. Main kicks it over the top. Pigeon seems to have the run of the ball there. He goes to ground in front of Price. Price wraps him up. And it's going to be a ball up there. What a hit by Josh Wheeler. Full credit, though, to Harrison Green. He took the bump and kept on going.
Yeah, right in front of the grandstand. The crowd loved it.
I felt that up here. I'm still down, though.
That was me just bumping into you. Sorry there.
Oh, mate, not so rough up here in the commentary box.
No, it's not at all. And I'll tell you what, Jordan Pigeon's quick too. He got around the back of his man there and he really made some good pace to get the ball right before that contest.
Of course, Pigeon kicked that nice goal, a roving pack there just before half-time. The ball now in the dangerous area. If AFL Sydney could do with another one. Main can't pick it up there now. It's another pack there. AFL Sydney's got the ball. He's surrounded by Black Diamond AFL defenders, and we're going to have a ball up around 25 metres around from the AFL Sydney goal. It's the AFL Sydney still leading the Black Diamond by 2 points, and we've played about 6 minutes into the third quarter. Good tackle there on Wheeler by AFL Sydney. Once again, we're going to have a ball up. It's tight in there at the moment. No team's giving an inch. Plenty of numbers. There as Lachlan Head throws the ball up in the air. Dawes goes in there, picked up by Green. He dispossessed, he gets it. Goes back to Mitchell Knight. He tries to shrug off one. Probably should have been penalised, and he has been.
He got pinked.
Good work there. Great tackle by Jordan Pigeon. He looks to go in board there now and finds Ted Widmar. Widmar now in a better position, probably no closer to goal. He's probably going to have a shot probably from about 40 metres out on a slide angle, but probably should nearly be able to kick it if he can make the distance.
Yeah, the wind's swirling a bit now. You can see the breeze blowing in his shorts as he lines up. He's a long way out. He's given it some butt.
He's not going to make the distance, so it's going to fall right on the line. Oh, a high leap there. That was a great leap. I'm not sure who it was, but it certainly was a mark. But anyway, touched through for another behind. And they extend their lead now out to 3 points.
I'll tell you this AFL Sydney side, geez, they've got good foot skills, haven't they? They've been able to really kick through a ball, and their skill set is excellent.
They certainly have. Because it comes to Van Dam now. Jace Van Dam in the back pocket. On the left boot, looking there, but danger there in the favour there of Wade Blackburn. He kicked a great goal on the run. He plays on there. He's caught.
Gone.
And away they go. They're away now through Lewis, the Black Diamond. Kicks it long. Betson's his target. Sands it over the back. Good mark by Betson. No, good mark by Betson.
Great mark.
Oh, well, he's called play on, has he? He must have said they both had a little bit of that. Ericsson gets a good coming in there was Widmar. AFL Sydney's got the numbers there. Picked up by Widmar, gets it out. And they're away now, AFL Sydney. Picked up by McKinlay. Tackle, good hands away to Lemmy. And Matt Lemmy, the AFL Sydney captain, has one bounce. Not a very good bounce. Obviously doesn't do that too often. But he's quickly on the boot. Goes long, pigeon at the back. Good spoil over the top by Matt Bailey. And it's out of bounds. 5 metres around from the AFL Sydney goal. And it's AFL Sydney still leading by 3 points. And we're about 8 minutes into the third quarter.
Yeah, really important for AFL Sydney right now to get a goal because they don't want to let this scoring trend go against them at the moment. They've only got one out of the last about 7, I'd say. 2 of the last 7, I think they got.
Back it comes to Goulet. He's got nowhere to go, and Goulet, that's up in the air. That is probably not one of John O'Goulet's best efforts, but Dawes goes up. It comes down there now. Who's going to get it? Ericsson's going to pick it up, and he sweeps a handball out to Webster. Webster's going to be immediately tackled there by Main. He picks it up, though. He's classy. He handballs it back there in a dangerous area. Main keeps going. Well done, young fella. Back it goes to Wheeler. He's immediately tackled, but he'll keep going again. As he goes, he gets one. Wilmot comes in, but picked up there again by McKinlay. He goes back a high tackle. Should have been a free kick to McKinlay, but it's not. It's going to have a boundary throw in. Good work, Josh Wheeler.
Yeah, clean possessions are going out the window at the moment. It's all about heart and endeavour right now for both sides, and they are just working. It's an arm wrestle right in this back line for the Black Diamond boys.
Dawes against Widmar. Dawes gets it back down again, goes to McKinlay. McKinlay snaps it around the right boot. Dangerous area. Coming out is this Smith, and he's good above his head. Actually, it is Evan Smith. He's shown today that he's a good pair of hands.
Yeah, got good upper body strength, Evan Smith. He's had some good skill sets around the ground, not just at the forward line, and he's got a lot of heart about him too. But in that case there, it was all upper body strength. Put his arms up, took the grab. He's asking where the mark is. He's going to line up, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to back him from here, Gaz. There you go.
The only multiple goal kicker for AFL Sydney today. He's got 2, 1 in each quarter. And look, this will be a vital kick for AFL Sydney to give them that little bit of a break, a 9-point break. They are kicking with the aid of the wind. So Smith comes in. He'll kick from about 40 metres out. Comes in, right foot strikes the ball. I think he's pulled it though, and he has. And through for one behind.
And the cheer for the Black Diamond fans goes up as I put the mockers on him. So sorry about that, Evan.
Yeah, let off there for the Black Diamond AFL. But the last few minutes have been in AFL Sydney's. The first part of the quarter was in the Black Diamond AFL's forward 50.
Yeah, once again, both teams, big pack. Look at the big pack of players. Is he gone outside? He's gone outside the goal square.
Yes. That is...
Should you see that in rep football? You shouldn't see it in park football.
Any football? Do you have to get that close to the line?
I don't know.
It's like cricket and bowling, no balls. You have to be that close to the line.
Well, some people do.
But why?
I can't answer that, mate. I've never been done for kicking out of the square, mate, ever. But I might say that I don't think I've ever kicked out. So, there you go.
Anyway, it's going to be a ball up right on the top of the square for AFL Sydney. A danger area for the Black Diamond. Dorzo with a big punch. Comes out there now. Picked up by beautifully, immediately tackled by Metcalf. Pete Van Dam's in there. AFL Sydney are in there also, and we're going to have a ball up. Yeah,
good pressure there by the Black Diamond boys. They are working so hard to get this out of the back line, but to their credit, the AFL Sydney boys, they're not going to let it get out without a good contest.
And they're doing everything that Chris Bishop wanted to, though. They wanted to actually turn the third quarter into a real slugfest. Don't let them get away with it. We said, we will come home in the last quarter with the wind. Just keeping the game, and that's what they're doing. A good over-the-top AFL Sydney. Didn't punch the ball, though. Pete Van Dam picks it up. A hurry kick's going to come out there. Kilworth's going to be the first to it. He gets it, though. Corralled by Wilmot. Chipped in short there by Wilmot. Can't mark there was Cook. Picked up there by Dawes. Dawes over the tackle. He's got a lot of AFL Sydney players around, but Dawes managed to use his strength to get it out. Hurry kick forward there by Wilmot at that stage, but it's going to be taken now by Johnson. Johnson shrugs the tackle and Knight. Then on the right boot, kicks it in. Wheeler comes in. Good numbers there by AFL Sydney. Dawes picks it up, shows it one way, shows it the second, then uses the right foot, kicks it out. It's only going to go there as far as Alex Foot. Union New South Wales. Who comes in there. Very, very talented young player is Alex Foot. He's on the right boot. Kicks in towards the pocket. Up it goes there now. Good spoil over the top. I think it was Johnson come in for AFL Sydney. Picked up by Goulet. Goes out there now. Well done by, I think that might have been Bailey. Kicked over the back there. Betson's got it. He's up against Lemmy. It's going to be each possession. Both of those big players are keen to actually see the ball goes out of bounds.
Right in front of the Black Diamond bench there too, and Chris Bishop right in the action now, starting to direct his troops right in front of him, but they're just working hard and fantastic to be able to push it up the park from there.
Yeah, really, really good effort. I love the rep football. They're just the better players. They're just working. They're directing people around. As Johnson missed fumbles there, O'Brien picks up. He gets it quickly out. Out it goes to Vasey. Out it comes to Ryman now. Shows their hands over to Gibson. That's experienced by the 10-gamer. He kicks it in there. Oh, it's going to go in there. Good mark shown there by Betson. No, he can't get it in his back, though. Free kick to Mitch Betson.
Yeah, good work by Betson. As you said, Chris Fisher said, just keep presenting yourself, mate. He took a grab there before. That one there, he presented himself, got the free. He's going to line up for a goal and hopefully put it through for his teammates. He hasn't got one today yet, Mitch.
Nah, look, and just hasn't really taken the grabs. And even then, you've seen him all year. We've seen him actually put those big hands up. The helicopter arms go up, and he grabs it. But he's going to have a shot for goal now, about 30 metres out.
He comes in.
You think his push looks good off the boot.
Looks a great kick.
It's going to be a goal.
And he loves it. He's pumped up.
Well done.
He's got the fist
Betson.
pumps.
And would you believe it? For the first time today, AFL Sydney have hit the front.
He had those big pythons pumping, mate. He loved it, and the boys went around. They knew that exactly what he needed for his confidence. Let's hope he's got plenty more to come for the Black Diamond boys. But Sydney, AFL Sydney, they'll be filthy that they've let a lead go.
Yeah, that's right. And, the 2 goals this quarter have both been kicked by the Black Diamond. One to Tom Head and one to Mitch Betson. And we're about 14, 15 minutes into the quarter. And, the Black Diamond, that's exactly what the coach wanted. And, AFL City, now they need to respond. Can they do it, the young Chargers? They had a lot of play then, but the Black Diamond defence was able to hold firm.
Really good defence.
Up we go. Widmer against Dawes. Dawes taps it over the top now. Great take in there. A bit of tackle immediately was Mitch Knight. And Dawes has been a colossus in the centre today. Yeah,
he has been. And he should be. He's a big, big boy. Look, Chris Hughes, the AFL Sydney coach, is really starting to bark his instructions now. He's not happy.
There's a kick in there. Tom Head's making a charge of the ball. Good work by Sands, but good work by Tom Head. Gee, he's got a great pair of hands. And, you just can't speak highly enough of Tom Head. He's 19 years of age, nearly 20 years of age. He's spent a lot of time with the Sydney Swans Academy. As he chips in it, pass goes to Betson. He's got it again.
There you go.
That's what we want, a good kick by Head, and Betson takes a strong mark.
Geez, I tell you what, Chris Hughes, the AFL Sydney coach, is absolutely ropeable, but the back line now are creaking for AFL Sydney. If Betson starts taking his grab and Head keeps taking the grabs as he has been, all of a sudden they are under real pressure.
Well, as they keep saying, though, Ivan, the big players don't get any smaller as the game goes on.
Not at all.
The players get tighter and slow down, but they don't get any smaller. As Betson, 30 metres out, directly in front, kicks it off the boot. He likes it!
And again!
He's got the fist pumping again! And back-to-back goals to Mitch Betson. And Black Diamond AFL have now slipped out to an 8-point lead.
The clouds are parted. The sun's coming out. It's almost like on cue. Mitch Betson has said, I will answer the call, coach. I will be the man to stand up, because he is now doing so. And off the great work of some backline defence from the Black Diamond boys, they are now starting to see the rewards on the scoreboard.
Yeah, great work. Really good stuff. Started with Jacob Dawes. Dawes now coming off having a spell. It's Pete Van Dam. And apologise to Pete. I gave Jacob Dawes one of his tap-outs earlier, so I was reminded. So it's Pete Van Dam did it. So Pete is in the ruck now. Pete will hate that, because look at that. He'll give him that one. That's a good tap-out. Comes to Reimer. Good work by the 16-year-old. On the right boot, snaps in, looking for Head again, and he's got another one.
Got it.
Oh, he's a colossus up there.
Jeez,
Tom Head, he is certainly taking the game by the scruff of the neck. He's been dominant all day. AFL Sydney has not been able to counter him. They tried 2 on him in the second quarter.
Yep. And Levi Sands, his opposite number at the moment, is just getting an absolute bath, unfortunately, for Levi.
And Levi Sands is an extremely good player.
Yeah.
The rising star in AFL Sydney. But let's watch Tom Head. He comes in. He kicks it off the boot. He's kicking boots. The only thing that's affected his game today is the kicking. The ball spoiled on the line. Comes down to Johnson. Out they go. AFL Sydney, courageous play, but that handball's gone back. Pete Van Dam picks it up. Handballs are back there now. And the snap goal.
And they got it.
He's got it.
Fantastic work.
Nathan Vasey? It is Nathan Vasey.
Fantastic work.
18-year-old New South Wales ACT Rams representative has done there, and AFL Sydney paid the penalty for not spoiling that ball. Deep in the line, they tried to run it out, paid the penalty through a skill error, and that's 3 goals in a matter of 5 minutes for the Black Diamond, and they've now got a 14-point advantage.
Yeah, when he tried to run out, you saw Betson, but more importantly, you saw Courtney Knight make that second man in, and all of a sudden he had 2-on-1. He had nowhere to go. Courtney went the player, Betson went the ball, got the hands away, and Vasey was very, very thankful that it landed in his hand, and he snapped around his right foot.
He's in the centre again. Wimmer up against Van Dam. No one gets it down there. As McKinley's in there trying to get the ball out for AFL Sydney. We're going to have a ball up right in the centre circle. And the game has certainly changed in the last 5 minutes. Kicking into the breeze. The Black Diamond have managed to kick 4 goals for the quarter. AFL Sydney have been restricted to just 2 points. As back it comes through the centre, Harrison Green, he's been good for AFL Sydney. He tries to get him going, but look at that tackling there. They're not letting him go. Great work, Jay Lewis. And that's something that you go back to the first 20 minutes of the game. There was none of that from the Black Diamond. Van Dam again. He gets it down. The ball comes back. Reimer can't pick it up. It's picked up there now by Tom Green. He's caught again, but then it goes to Gibson on the right boot. Head's in position again. He's got another one. Tom Head.
He's looking for the man
He's
over.
He's looking to go over to Betson, but he'll go back. Oh, every time they go for us, like it going there, is Pete Van Dam. Well done in the ruck to Pete Van Dam. It's Jacob Dawes back into fray. But Tom Head, all eyes on him. On the right boot, has he got one this time? No, he's missed again to the right.
Just push to the right. Really letting him down today, Tom, because he has been a colossus up front, and he deserves. He's got a couple, but he deserves a couple more, I reckon.
He could have had 5 or 6 today.
He
has just been the most dominant forward from either side. But Matt Lemmy brings the ball back in. AFL Sydney need to respond. Out it goes there now. Comes over the back there. Okay, and they're away here. It's Cook got it. He kicks it long. Main's the target. He's up against Wilmot, and Wilmot.
Wow.
And the AFL Sydney crowd, they love that. And the Newcastle City midfielder takes the mark, chips it in short to Goulet. It's Goulet at centre half back for the Black Diamond. Bit of stagnant movement now, though. They're going to hold the ball up. He looks to go out wide. His target out there is Price. And Price might have been Ericsson, actually.
The greatest thing that the AFL Sydney boys can do is get back to
I was right the first time, mate. It was Price. Sorry, I don't like being wrong, but I was wrong then. Back it goes to Betson.
They need to get back to their running game, mate. That's when they were really dominant and they were able to penetrate really well in the first quarters of their run. But that's where... he's missed it.
Doing a free kick. It's Courtney Knight Rove that picks up there now. It's going in there as Gibson. They're over there. They can't pick it up there. AFL Sydney is the pressure from the Black Diamond is just really stifling them at the moment. They manage to get out there. They can't get a clean possession at all there now. A hurry kick goes back there. Goulet, it's going to go over the back though. They've got the numbers, the Black Diamond. Goulet's going to be first back. Wilmot's peeled off. Goulet takes the tackle. I'm not sure that was the wise thing, but AFL Sydney got the numbers. Well done to them. But back it comes to Goulet. He never gives in. Wilmot gave in to give him a hand and he got it. He chips it into Reimer. Reimer picks it up and it goes out of bounds for a boundary throw in.
Yeah, I was saying their run's been cut short for exactly what you just said. The pressure from the Black Diamond guys. They are tackling hard and there's just no time on the ball. But I'll tell you what, AFL Sydney, their strength is gone.
Yeah, you've hit the nail right on the head there, Ivan. Their time on the ball is gone. So what they had before, they were very good. They ran the ball really well. They finessed the ball. Lovely 20, 25-metre passes, overlapping run. But that's just gone now through the pressure. In it goes there now. Metcalf taking a mark there now. It's Bailey. Over the back there. Zach Metcalf, still a good dummy. He's going to go out wide. Good pressure. Good one-on-one contest here. Ericsson up against Schaefer. Ericsson goes to ground. Schaefer goes with it. Taps it out there. They've got the numbers, AFL Sydney. Good work there by Harrison Green. He gets it, goes in long. Washington's a target. Over his head as Jason Van Dam went to ground. There was an opportunity for AFL Sydney. But got to commend, I reckon Harrison Green's been one of the better players for AFL Sydney today.
He's a great young player, Harrison Green. I've liked the look of him all day. He has been in and about everything.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's been tough. He gets in there. He's got good skills. He runs hard all day.
He plays bigger than what his stature is. Like I said that before, he's not the biggest player out there, but he just plays like he's a big player.
Exactly. So we've got a boundary throw in. New AFL Sydney in attack. Jacob Dawes says, let's get out of attack. A big punch. Comes down there nicely. Good hands by Webster. Over comes to Brendan Lewis. Misses Josh Wheeler. It's picked up there now by Schaefer. He gets it, but under pressure again. Missed tackle there by Head, but it's Moradas. He gets into a dangerous position. Metcalf's up there. He'll spoil it. Coming in is Goulet also. Bryce Main gets it. A quick handball, but Metcalf spoils it again. It goes down. Who's going to get it? Dawes said, I'm coming through here. Look out. And look how they do it. Handball out to Webster. Away it goes to Reimer. Dodges one, dodges two. Pete Van Dam's out here. If he gets it, he can get and go or drop what he should have taken. But Josh Cass, a let off there for AFL Sydney. Good kick by Cass. And he finds in there once again the man we spoke about in Harrison Green. On the centre wing, gee, unlucky there for Black Diamond. Pete Van Dam takes that narrow away. But Harrison Green kicks in the centre again. Bailey Goulet's up there. And John Goulet's gone back to defence his quarter. And they're away it goes there and now again to Bailey. Has a bounce. Not a very good bounce there. But doesn't matter. He's got it there. Quickly gets it on the boot. A hurry kick forward. Goes down there. Numbers comes in. Levi Sand gets it. A tough day for Levi. Gets it to Kilworth with a high tackle. Then Kilworth gets it, wants to play on quickly, and he does. On the right boot, looking out there for Pigeon, up against Brendan Lewis. 2 against 1 as Levi Sand goes to give him a hand. He gets a handball back from Pigeon. Well done. Sands chips it into Main. Over his head, though, and away they go now through Bailey. Bailey kicks it out to Reimer. 1-on-1 here. Reimer's got the advantage, though. He gets it, shows great composure. Swings around his body. Not much composure with that kick, unfortunately. And out of bounds on the centre wing.
Yeah, wanted to do a classic drop pump, but he couldn't get around the man who was bearing down on him, so he tried to bend around. around, but just totally kicked that one out on the full.
Daniel Shaver from North Shore Club, very, very high opinion of him. The club it's taken there by Moratis. He wants Wheeler to get back on the mark. The umpire said he's fine there. But once again, the overlap's no longer there. Moratis kicks it in. Washington's the target. Up they go. Good work by Goulet. Down on the fall, the ball is foot. Jace Van Dam, the vice-captain for the Black Diamond AFL. He'll take the ball out of bounds. On the half-forward flank, AFL Sydney end of the ground, trailing at the moment. AFL Sydney a turnaround this quarter. They trail by 15 points after leading by 8 at halftime.
Few hands on hips from AFL Sydney too. That goes on.
It's a tough game. Here comes Dawes there now. Taps it down nicely. Goes to Reimer. He gets it back. Lewis gets there. Quick handballs to Goulet. And we're going to have a boundary throw in.
Goulet's had an interesting game for me today because he's been everywhere. He's been great and he's had some great marks. His kicking's been pretty ordinary to be at best, but he's still in there fighting, and that's probably sums up the whole team. Yeah. They are just fighting and scrapping for everything. Yeah,
they're just working hard, and that's that's a credit. And that's this quarter. They really got into Doors now. Taps it down out of Webster. Back it comes there. Good hands out by O'Brien. He turned the game early. Good hands by Lewis. Back to Webster. Handball across there to Vasey. Back now to Gibson. Gibson on the right boot. Courtney Knight's a target up against Lemmy. Good work by Knight. He's going to get it now. Tackle immediately by Lemmy. Knight goes to ground. Vasey picks it up. Looking at handball over to Gibson. Under pressure by Schaefer. Gets it back to Webster. He's tackled as he gets. A good tackle there by Kilworth. A high tackle. And the free kick's going to go to James Webster. Too far out to score. He wants to get it on quickly. The target is Betson. Levi Sands in front. Betson spoils from behind. He gets it, taps it up nicely though. Metcalf, a snap on the goal. What's the fullback doing? I'm going to kick a goal! And he does!
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? He was in the right place at the right time. It popped into his hand and he's turned around and said, there you go, forwards. That's how it happens.
Great work, Zach Metcalf. Great play through the centre of the ground. James Webster got the quick kick in. And a good spoil by Betson. He tapped it up, and Metcalf snapped across his body, and back he goes there now. Has he snuck up forward? No, he's not. He's going back. Bishop said, you get back in defence where you belong, son. You've been fantastic for us down there.
Once again, look, credit to Courtney Knight. He hasn't troubled the scorers today, but those work off the ball is what really has been helping their forward line.
Exactly right. 21 points of margin now. We're deep into the third quarter, and it's the third quarter of the premiership quarter, and it certainly has been that for Black Diamond. Good over the back. It comes down out of Reimer, through his legs. Picked up there now quickly by Evan Smith. He gets it there. Can they get a late goal, AFL Sydney? It's a one-on-one contest. Van Dam up against Washington. Van Dam back to Goulet. Goulet there now. Back it comes to Lewis. Back to Van Dam. The defence has stood up here. Back it comes there now. Handball to Metcalf, the last goal kicker. And Jace Van Dam said, I don't like it out here. I'm going to take it out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. But fantastic effort all around. Their backline just looks so much more solid now, the Black Diamond guys. They have weathered the storm and they are just looking good now.
Back it comes. In we go there. Ruck comes down. Picked up by Reimer. Jaden Reimer shows behind his ears. Picked up there now by Pigeon. He stole it. Goes across the main. Bryce May's running. He's going to have a shot on goal. Across the face it goes though. As Moratis has got the run of the ball though for AFL Sydney. If he can't pick it up, off his boot and out of bounds for a boundary throw in.
Did he mean to do that? Was that a pass or did he have a shot that just went left?
I think it was just there. I think it's little tied legs there.
Yep.
Boundary throw in it comes. Pete Van Dam's up. Pete Van Dam taps it down. Grabbed immediately, however, by Blackburn. Over the ball. Roger said no. Following the balls today. They've been very good, the umpires. They've been fantastic. And we're going to have a ball up. About 20 metres out from AFL Sydney goal. Trailing by 21, to be fair to say, Ivan. They'd love a goal before three-quarter time.
They haven't got one yet in the second half, mate, so they are desperate.
Kicking with the wind, have not been able to kick a goal. As Dawes, over the top he goes. Tapped down by Wheeler. Comes in the direction of Vasey. Vasey now on the right boot. Kicks it over the top, but only as far as Evan Smith. He gets it and he goes through the centre wing. Kicks it into the dangerous area. Who they got there? Washington. They need him to take a mark. Good work by Van Dam and good work by Goulet. Handballs over the top of Webster, but he's able to run on it. He's got one bounce. Chased by Main. Good work by Bryce Main. He's a kick by Webster though. Finds Ericsson. Ericsson will want to turn and go, and he does. On the right boot. Kicking there looking for Betson, but they've got the numbers, AFL Sydney. Good work by them. And away they go. One bounce. Did he see the man coming towards him? He did though. He drew him. Handballed across there to Johnson. And away they go again. A spearing pass. Can't take a good one grab. They were taking those one grab earlier. Good spoil by Brendan Lewis.
You've got to take those clean, Moratis. You can't let it bobble up like that because you got Brendan Lewis all over him like a bad sweater. We're
almost at three-quarter time. There's a boundary throw in they come. It's going to be Dawes in the ruck against, I think it's Evan Smith. Up they go. But Pete Van Dam comes in short. Josh Wheeler round off the side of his boot. Goes back to Harrison Green. Wheeler chased it up there. Kicked by AFL City. But Goulet again. Who else but Goulet? And away they go again. It's into the gap for Wilmot. He's got it over. If he can get it over the top, he can go to Blake Erickson. He chips it up. Blake Erickson's going to take the mark. No, he does. He lets it bounce. The ball's bounce. Awkward all day. But well done by Josh Cass because he made a great contest. It was 2-1 against him. And now AFL Sydney is going to take the ball away. Kilworth has a bounce. No one's been able to bounce the ball either.
Why are they
Kilworth
doing it?
spearing kick in. Misses the target and a mark taken by Jason Van Dam. How good has the Black Diamond defence been this quarter? In
Really
fact, all
solid.
game. Van Dam kicks it along. The target is Bailey. Bailey up but too early. And a good mark taken in the front there by AFL Sydney. I think it might have been Lemmy the skipper. He chips it inboard, finding Harrison Green. And the siren sounds. And what a quarter for the home side. The Black Diamond AFL have been able to turn an 8-point half-time deficit into a 21-point three-quarter time advantage. It's a Black Diamond AFL 11-8-74. AFL Sydney Development 8-5-53.
Goal scores for Black Diamond, Gaz. Zach Metcalf with 1. Nathan Vasey got the 1 that quarter. Tom Head with 2. Mitch Betson with his 2. Peter Van Dam's got the 1. Jay Lewis has 2. And Captain Liam Gibson with 2 as well. For Sydney, AFL Sydney, still singles to Jordan Pigeon, Harrison Green, Dominic Kilworth, Wade Blackburn, Hayden Washington, Ted Widmer, and Evan Smith also has the leading all goal scorers for AFL Sydney with 2. But I tell you what, I don't know where the answers are going to come from for AFL Sydney because, for me, if you take out Harrison Green and if you take out, what's his name?
I can't know, mate, 'cause I don't know who you're talking about.
Evan Smith, sorry. Evan Smith, they've been their best 2. You take those 2 out of the equation, I can't see where they're going to get their goals from.
They just need to get that run back into it. And I said, Black Diamond AFL, they're going to be kicking with the aid of a breed in the last quarter, and they've certainly got their tails up. But at three-quarter time, it's a 21-point advantage to the Black Diamond AFL.
We'll have a short break here from number 1 Sports Ground at Newcastle, and we'll be back for the exciting last quarter. Welcome back to number one sports ground here in Newcastle as we're about to get underway for the final quarter, where Black Diamond AFL have charged to a 21-point lead in that third quarter over AFL Sydney. Have the AFL Sydney boys got it in them? There's no doubt about it. There's enough class and talent across the park to show.
Yeah, well, the big question that they wanted to know from a coaching perspective was AFL Sydney going to put a man back? They've got a spare man back, and that's actually played against them because that is lead. They'll have John O'Goulet back, Black Diamond, and they just carved them up last time. They need to go man-on-man, AFL Sydney, and get the numbers forward because they need to take the game on.
Yep. It's strange to say, but they're now the ones that got to work harder.
Exactly. And, look, I was out there at three-quarter time, and that wind is still it's as strong as what if not stronger than what it was
your hair
earlier.
looks terrible.
No, I still put a bit of gel in it at half time because I knew I was going to be out in the extremes because that's what I do. I'm out in the extremes in my commentary.
You're an adventure man, mate. You're an adventure man.
Like you're sitting here in the comforts of the plush commentary box here at number one sports ground.
And I thank them for that.
And I'm out in the extremes. But anyway, never mind. That's what I'm paid the big bucks for. That's a boundary throw. That's enough carrying on about me. But anyway, back we go. On the centre wing, a boundary throw indoors, taps it up. Black Diamond AFL, they'll be looking again. I reckon if they can get the first goal, I reckon that could nearly wrap it up.
It is crucial.
And get closer and closer to my 25-point margin I tipped at the beginning of the game.
Well, let's face it, the AFL Sydney guys have only kicked 2 goals in a half of football. They need some confidence back in their game, and they just haven't got any at the moment.
Exactly. And it comes looking there, the target there is Ericsson. Good spoil over the top there, come from Bashida. In it comes, they get it out, Black Diamond. In it comes as Gibson. He started in the second quarter. He chips to the top of the square. Who's there? Courtney Knight fourth out at the vital time. And Matt Lammy, the skipper from AFL Sydney, he gets it out there to Harrison Green, arguably AFL Sydney's best player. In the back pocket, though, the next target, that's going to be the target. In it goes. Up there is Bailey. Bailey comes up there. In the front was Wheeler. He goes down, handball by Courtney Knight. Over the top it goes to Wilmot. He picks it up. Good dispossessed. Good tackle there by AFL Sydney, but tackled straight away is Bryce Main. I think his foot tackled there immediately by Jaden Reimer. And how have you found Jaden Reimer's first game, the 16-year-old?
Yeah, look, I think he was a bit starstruck at the start, to be honest. He was just under the pump early, but he's starting to work his way into it. And I tell you what, this can only do him good because if he's experienced this type of football at his age, it's only going to get better.
He certainly does. A kick there by Bailey into the centre of the ground. Up it comes. Good spoil. AFL Sydney have got the runners here, though. McKinley, though, he overruns it. Overrun also there by...
Well, the umpire's gone down.
By Blackburn. Back it comes AFL Sydney. It's a bit scrappy there at the moment. As McKinley picks it up, Dawes picks it up, he stands up, goes to Webster, he's tackled. Get out of here, McKinley. No, spoiled by O'Brien, and back in it goes. Down the ground it goes. It's going to be a ball up.
And also got to say, guys, it's been a really hard contest with lots of pressure on the ball, but both teams have played it in the spirit it should be. Hasn't been too many niggles, nothing off the ball. It's just been really good, hard, contested football.
Good, clean footy, don't you love it? That's why rep football's so good, and that's why the Black Diamond will continue to support as the Green gets it tackled there by... It's going to come out there. Blake Ericsson's got the possession. He got on the left boot there now. A short kick in there looking for Gibson. Intercepted there, however, by Johnson. He can't handle it, though, and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Coach is still ringing the changes.
That's one thing Chris Bishop has done really well. Black Diamond are probably ahead of that, just the number of changes they made, and he anticipates that those legs will come important, later in the game, and that's certainly proven as correct. As a quick handball goes from Blackburn, but no one's advantage as it goes to Price. He knocks it down to Gibson. Handballs over the top. Wilmot's running into that. Good work. Although a quick kick off the ground forces the ball back towards Black Diamond goal. Parsons kicks it out. Under pressure, however, good mark taken by Nathan Boschita, the Manly Warringah defender, in front of Blake Ericsson. But they can't get out of their defensive 50 AFL Sydney. They need to as Bashida. He kicks on the left boot, but it's going to be a target there. Price drops it, probably one of the first he gets it. McKinley gets it, but only as far as Goulet. He's going to power in, but as John O'Goulet, he has done, for a talented player as what John O'Goulet is, he has done some of the worst kicks I've ever seen from a representative player today.
He's making up brand new kicks, guys. Yeah. That's how good he is. He's a revolutionist.
The beauty of it from Jonathan Goulet, probably had about 20 of them, though. Yeah. So, and I reckon 20 of them, I reckon he's done 2 the same.
No, they're all originals. Yeah. He's an artist.
Yeah, so anyway, it's out of bounds again. 4 minutes gone. Final term, Black Diamond, 11-8-74. AFL Sydney, 8-5-53, a 21-point advantage. And it's certainly a far cry from the first quarter where AFL Sydney kicked the first 5 goals of the game. But back there now to Reimer. He gets the hands up, handballs out quickly to Lewis. Lewis throws it out the back to Brendan Lewis, and he's been picked up there. Good work by umpire Lachlan Head. He couldn't get away with that, and it's going to be McKinley.
Geez, you're bang on there, Gaz. I remember the end of the last quarter, Newcastle hadn't had a goal, and we said, geez, it's so crucial they get the next one, and it's already the first quarter. I'm saying it about Sydney now. I can't believe I'm about to say to them, if they don't get the next goal, they are gone, basically. They need a goal in the next 5 minutes.
As Schaefer gets it, he chips it in there. That's better play. Matt Young takes it. Matt Young goes from the Southern Power Club. He kicks on the right boot, looking in there for Washington. Up there goes, ball by Van Dam. He's been excellent. Comes down there. Bailey fumbles it again. But in there is Goulet to butter up again. He gets one, gets two. Handball intercepted by AFL Sydney. And it's going to be play on. Everyone stopped there as Jay Lewis picks it up. Good skills. Handball it back. It goes to Goulet. Goulet, little short kick. That's better. Up it comes there. Good mark. Good strong mark by Pete Van Dam. Protected the space nicely and was able to take it on his chest. Pete Van Dam, half-back flank, kicks to the centre wing. He targets Tom Head. Why wouldn't you target Tom Head? He's taken about 10 contested marks. He dropped that one, however. Down it comes to Vasey. Tackled there. AFL City get it through Cass, and away they go now. As through it goes through Kilworth now. Dodgers one. He need to kick it. Need to get it in forward 50. They're under pressure again. Back it comes there. Moratis picks it up. He's tackled high, and a free kick's going to go to Theo Moratis.
The reason he didn't kick it, Gaz, because he looked up and every single one of his forwards was marked heavily.
Sorry, the free kick there actually went to Matt Young. They kick it long. Here's a target down there. The target was Moratis that time, but it comes down there. Goulet gets it again in defence. Every time it goes forward, Bailey, he's going to protect the space. It's going to be picked up by Mitch Knight. Mitch Knight gets it. Half-back flank, kicks it out. Who's his target? His target's Blake Erickson. Up he goes. Good spoil there. Good contest. Himself up against Bashida. Comes down there now. Dave Johnson gets it. Slipping over the vital time was Erickson. Johnson goes down the line, but it's going to be over the head of foot. And Mitchell Knight's going to escort the ball over the line for a boundary throw-in. So we've been playing now 6 minutes in the last quarter and we've not had a score.
Yeah, as every minute ticks past, it gets harder and harder for us AFL Sydney. They need to do something and they need to do it quick.
So a boundary throw-in. Up it comes. Dawes. Up against Parsons. Dawes wins it down. Goes down there to O'Brien. Lewis picks it up. He's tackled immediately, gets it. Parsons picked it up. A quick handball to foot. Back to Kilworth. Kilworth's trying to give him some run. He chips it in there, looking there for watching a bit of free kicks. Going to go the way of Jason Van Dam. He's been rock solid, the Black Diamond AFL defender.
Yeah, he had his arm.
They're definitely holding. There was no doubt about that.
Hayden Washington started off like a house on fire, but he's really faded badly. For a big fella, he needs to be a bit more dominant up front.
Well, I think it comes back to, we talked about the coaching structure earlier on. The fact that they've played a loose in the back line. AFL Sydney has allowed Goulet to fill that gap. So he hasn't really had an opportunity to have a free run of the football.
Yeah.
So that affects him. That affects a big forward. You want to be 1-on-1, not 2-on-1. It's Josh Wheeler. He gets in there. Play on quickly as they go, and then they do. Matt Young, handball across to Harrison Green. Back it comes. Pressure on here, though. Pressure on there. He's gone. He's holding the ball. Well done, Jamie Webster. He gets it, and he goes. He tackled Alex Foot, and Webster kicks it long. Tom heads the target. I think he's up against Widmer. Over the head it goes, and out of bounds.
Geez, funny thing there. Harrison Green was the guy that gave the handball away then, and he knew straight away. He looked to the sky. He was, what have I done?
He looked to the sky. Alex Foot looked to the sky. And Jimmy Webster got the ball. Reimer over the top. It's his turn to have a go on the ruck. Good spoil again, and we're going to go out of bounds. So it's certainly a stalemate at the moment, but the trouble with a stalemate from an AFL Sydney perspective at the moment is that they're trailing by 21 points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, not too many answers looking out there either, guys. They're just devoid of answers. They can't find a channel at this stage.
Yeah, good tackle by Wheeler. He's going to get a free kick for in the back, however. And a free kick going there. He certainly makes some work for it, Josh Wheeler. The free kick's going to go to Alex Foot. No, it wasn't Alex Foot. Sorry, I'll take that back.
It's like Harrison again, is it?
Could be. If he plays on, Wheeler can't go with him. Chips out wide. Back it comes there. Washington's a target. Van Dam's up against him. It comes back to Goulet. Goulet up against Moratis. Goulet gets it. That's a throw. No, play on's a call. Back it comes to Bailey. Bailey gets it. They got the numbers, AFL Sydney. Kilworth's leg. Play on's a call. And he's got the call. Good call by Roger. One thing about Roger, he always seeks advice, and the crowd sort of let him know. And he got the decision right. That was good. And Kilworth's got on the centre wing. They need a goal, AFL Sydney. Kick it in deep. In deep he goes. Smith's the target. Washington's the target. Over the back it goes. Here's a chance, but Brendan Lewis gets it. And the Black Diamond defence stands firm again. Across it comes to Erickson. Betson's leading out the other side. Tom Head's leading out the other side. Brendan Lewis, good running on. He chips it in and he takes the mark on the half-back flank. Lewis chips it out wide. And out it comes again. Betson takes the mark. So the defence has just worked marvellously since probably the first 5 minutes.
Yep.
First 5 goals were kicked in the first 20 minutes. But anyway, they chip it in short to Reimer. Across it goes to Webster. To restrict them, they've had 3 goals since quarter time. In fact, halfway through they kicked the goal late, but they've kicked 2 goals. They had 6 goals at quarter time.
They did. And that's what I said, that quarter time last, it's really been a different game and 2 different sides from quarter time.
As Betson drops another mark. That's very disappointing because it's opened the door here again. Under the pressure of the Black Diamonds. Washington comes in, but Pete Van Dam picks it up. Handball it to his brother Jason. Two great servants of the league. Out it goes there now. Up it comes as Goulet. He goes forward now. Beats Moratis for that. There's another one of those kicks we talk about. Who's going to mark that? Who can? No one can. Up comes the ground as Johnson picks it up. Tackled immediately by Head. They're under pressure, Widmar. Under pressure, the whole AFL Sydney. The Black Diamond through Luke Price. Gets it there now. Comes to Johnson. He gets it, but Lemmy's got it. He does a little short kick. Harrison Green's a target. Why wouldn't Harrison Green be the target? He's been excellent today for AFL Sydney.
Absolutely.
So Harrison Green chips it over the top. The target there is Bashida, and Bashida takes the mark under pressure from Peter Van Dam.
He made him earn it, didn't he, Pete?
Oh, he did. He did. So Nathan Bashida goes around and tries to run around. He's going on his opposite side though, but good work. He's good enough to get back onto his left. Down it goes there though, and Jacob Dawes. He's going to be penalised here though. And the free kick's going to go there to Moratis. Bit unlucky there, Jacob Dawes. It was just really a size advantage, but the free kick was there, and it's going to go to Moratis. Moratis there looks to go back. They probably need to look to go forward, but he's got the numbers back there. And back it goes there now to Tom Green. Tom Green goes in long. Who's the target going to be? The target's going to be Brendan Lewis, but unfortunately for AFL Sydney, Brendan Lewis has plays for the Black Diamond. And he chips it out wide. It goes to Nathan Vasey, another one of the debutants who's done really well on debut. He kicks it out wide, looking for Tom Head. His debute's been fairly sensational also. He's got the run of the ball again. If he could kick straight, he would have had plenty. And Tom Head on the boot, short pass. Courtney Knight over his head though. And that's probably sums up Courtney Knight's day as well. He's been in some good positions, but just the kicks haven't found him. As Lemmy takes the mark.
But you know what? Courtney won't care because if he's on a winning side, he'll love the fact that he's just going to walk away as a winner.
He's actually exactly right, and captain of a winning side at that.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's in his ninth representative game too, one behind Liam Gibson. So those two have done a lot of football together in the representative side, and they'll be very happy with today's performance.
There's Blake Erickson. He goes Knight on the lead. He's going to get this one though. Good work, Courtney Knight, and a good pass by Blake Erickson.
You know what? He's probably going to go and kick 4 now on us.
He's done. How many times have we seen that this year though?
All year.
He's been well held. Like he was well held against Warners Bay last week and kicked 7.
Work that out.
No, you work that out. You're the special comments man.
I've been watching him do it all year. It's unbelievable.
Knight kicks to a dangerous area. They got the numbers there. Luke Price is there. Also Head. No one's going to take the mark. Simon O'Brien gets it. He loves it in there tight. So does also in there is Jay Lewis, and it's going to be a ball up.
Yeah, the game's now starting. Just wind back a little bit, guys. Still heavy on the park, but just winding back a bit.
Simon O'Brien snaps it out.
Through the pack. Well done, Simon O'Brien. Great tap down there by Doughty. Simon O'Brien runs onto it and snaps it with his right foot to give the Black Diamond AFL boys yet another goal and to push the score now out to a 27-point lead.
And that could be the one. That could be the goal there. And Simon O'Brien certainly made an impact when he moved to the centre of the ground in that towards the end of that first quarter. He actually go there. Just his tenacity. He loves getting the ball on the ground. Loves getting dirty. Wins his own hard ball, which is a real good accolade and a trait for a midfielder to have. And look, there's nothing of him. He would be 5'4".
But, that's what coaches love seeing. They love seeing guys just running through packs, looking for the ball, being hungry for it. And he got reward. He got exactly what he should have got, which is a goal.
Now about what the coaches like. I liked it as well.
Well, Gary, as long as you like it, everyone's happy.
Yeah, good, thank you. It's back in the centre of the ground. Aidan Cattell bounced the ball. Gee, I've been commended the way they bounced the ball today. It's been sensational. And O'Brien right on cue.
Getting on a Rogers bad bag.
I reckon it comes to Main and AFL Sydney now. He gets it on the left boot, looks out there. It goes in the Levi Sands. He can't take the mark. Under pressure from Goulet. Handball over top. Well done, Bryce Main. Run on. He kicks it in long. The target there is Washington. He should be able to mark this. Good work, Josh Wheeler. And he does well there. Wheeler on the right boot. He kicks it 2 metres, but that's good enough as Wilmont gets it. He'll find a target. And more often than not, it was going to be Goulet. He goes down with a bit of cramp, I think he's done, or ankle, but he goes down.
Yeah, whatever the case,
it doesn't look good anyway.
He's not moving. He's not happy. I think he's just cramped, mate. He's just cramped.
It comes over the top there now is Price. But anyway, run through there is Johnson. You keep an eye on Goulet. I'll keep an eye on the play. Washington handballs it out. It goes there now. Across it goes. Foot back it comes there now. Where their next target. That's the way they go as Harrison Green gets it. Chips in ball. They've got it, but Webster, he intercepts. Back it goes to Parsons. He's under pressure. The handballs over the top. Back it comes to Boschurter. Here's a chance for him. They fumble at the opportune time though.
Going
to have a snap at goal. And he does. A great goal there to Matt Young. And that's... You can't say any more than that. They needed that.
Yeah, look, he really, really worked hard. Like they had to get that one, guys. Matt Young did very, very well to get that one. But almost spent it before they had it, Sydney AFL, but they got it back. And look, they needed a goal and they got one.
Oh.
And they needed to respond very quickly. But yeah, look, as
good news.
Scotty Goulet comes off.
Johnny Goulet as well.
So
Scotty Goulet, he used to play for Australian Rugby Union, so that was good. He was good too.
He might be next door watching the Union, but yeah, Johnny Goulet, yeah. And rightly so, he should be cramped. He's been everywhere. He's clocked up 100 kilometres today, easy.
100 kilometres.
Easy. I've got the tracker on him, mate. I'm
well
watching
done.
him.
Yeah, I knew he'd been running. I didn't think it was 100 kilometres, but no. That's why you're the special commentator. You've got him swerving.
If you go out, there's a groove where he's been running around.
Okay, good. As Dawes taps it down there, goes O'Brien, he picks it up, and here's a centre clearance. So handball over the top, but no one's there. It's Josh Cass for AFL Sydney. He's going to get it. They need goals, and they need them quickly, AFL Sydney. Handballs across, it goes there now to Bashuta. Bashuta's going to get onto his left boot, chips it over the top to Harrison Green. He gets it, he doesn't get it. Josh Will, he's targeted him a couple of times. Goes to Bailey, up he gets. Good work by Harrison Green. Goes down there to Knight. Knight handballs in the middle of the ground. That's dangerous, however. Goes to McKinlay. Goes down there. Good work by Bailey. Didn't commit over the high tackle there. Moratis gets it out, but only as far as Lewis. He's going to be tackled, though, by McKinlay. Handballs are just in time. Vasey picks it up. He's tackled by Cass. Full credit to AFL City. They've certainly lifted the intensity. That goal's done it for him. And Mitch Knight now, he's going to be held up. We're going to have a ball up.
Isn't it amazing what a goal can do? Like they really needed that about 25 minutes ago, but that one goal, you can see they're up and about there, and they're all into it again.
Yeah. 15 minutes gone the last quarter. 21-point advantage. Still the favour of the Black Diamonds. The ball goes out. Here's another chance for AFL Sydney. And it's going to be Tom Green. He picks it up. Handballs over the top to Levi Sands. On the left boot, he goes long. Is it straight enough? Is the ball going to sit it in?
Sands.
Back-to-back goals for AFL Sydney. Levi Sands and they're coming back.
Look, he's had a tough day, Levi Sands, but at least he can go home thinking about one good passage, and that was a good passage. Fantastic kick, open forward line, no one there to have it. All he wanted to do was get the right bounce from the ball, and for his sake and against the day's trend, the ball bounced the right way for him.
Yeah, fantastic work. And as I just mentioned earlier, that AFL Sydney have certainly lifted the intensity. That goal from Matthew Young certainly did that. And now they're coming back. It's only 15 points of margin.
That makes the 9th different scorer as well, out of 10 goals for AFL Sydney. What does that say, Gaz?
That a lot of people can kick goals.
Well, you wish they could kick a few more, but...
Evan Smith, the only dual scorer. Dawes gets it down. Tackle there. They're not going to go anywhere as Pete Van Dam's got him. So a ball up. We've played 16 and a half minutes gone. It's 15 points. Still a gettable margin for AFL Sydney. As down it comes as Dawes. Gets it across there now to Lewis. Lewis picks it up. But there's certainly intensity has certainly picked up. Goes to Wheeler. He picks it up. He's tackled immediately though. Can't get it there now as it comes in there. It's going to be a ball up.
Geez, I'll tell you what, if they get the next one, it'll be interesting.
Oh, next one. Yeah, exactly.
Hey? I said 11.
Yeah, Goulet standing up. He's at the interchange. They want him back out in the ground. As up it comes to Dawes. Taps it down over to Bailey. Handballs out the back or throws it out the back. Out it comes to Webster. Spearing pass into Tom Head. A little too high though. Good pressure from Widmar.
Too easy for him.
Out it comes there now. Widmar's got it ahead. They both go. Good battle there, and it's going to go out of bounds for a boundary throw in.
Yeah, look, Chris Bishop's winding the boys up. Say, come on, boys, keep playing. Don't stop now. Because a few of them, I think, have put the cues in the rack there, but there's plenty of time left for AFL Sydney.
As Dawes taps it down O'Brien again. He almost breaks a tackle, but good work there. Free kick's going to be holding the man. Free kick there against Matthew Carl. A bit unlucky there, I think, the AFL Sydney player. I think he might have got him. He might have just held on a fraction long, but not too bad. But Simon O'Brien, he'd be too far out to score, I would think. He looks at the target. He's quite confident, though. He reckons he can go back. All the tall timbers back there. Head's back there. Betson's back there. Gibson's sitting at the front there. Gibson makes a lead. Anyways, O'Brien kicked the last goal for the Black Diamond. Comes in. Just pulled it there with the extra effort. And a behind to the Black Diamond AFL.
Trying to do a little bit too much. But, yeah, there was a couple of guys presenting themselves well, just keeping the forward line moving, which is what they needed to do. But there was just a big pack of players in the square. He had to get over the top of him, and he was never going to do it.
Alex Foote got the ball deep in defence, and the run started to come back there now. Ted Widmar gets it. He goes. Kicks it long out in the wing. His target there is Levi Sands. He's up against Jason Van Dam. Jason Van Dam uses his body. Gets it back to Wilmot now. On to Blake Erickson. The Black Diamond to go in, looking in there. Good work over the hand. A timely touch by Nathan Vasey. And it's going to go out of bounds. Is it? No, it's not. Betson gets going to be out of bounds now. Half forward flank. Black Diamond's end of the ground. The Black Diamond lead by 16 points. And we've played 18 and a half minutes into the final quarter.
Hope you're starting to think about who the couple of the best on grounds could be, you guys, because there's a few to choose from, I would dare say, in the Black Diamond team.
Oh, and Harrison Green, of course. You can't forget him for AFL Sydney. I think he's been a standout for them. But anyways, McKinlay gets it, taps it over the back, it goes. Good work there by Johnson. He gets it, dodges one, dodges two, can't dodge the third. He's going to be penalised holding the ball. Free kick goes to the Black Diamond, and it's going to go to Big Jacob Dawes.
How would you rate his game today, mate?
Oh, fantastic. We spoke earlier in the game is that if the Black Diamond AFL, if he can get on top and give them first use of the ball, is that their forward line was going to be able to do the rest, and I think he's been fantastic.
Well, I reckon he deserves a goal, so I'd like to see him put this one through.
It's going to be a difficult kick from out there, though.
It is very
difficult. He comes
difficult.
in, he kicks it up. Looks all right. It's going to go to far at the top of the square. Up they fly. It comes
Still
down.
there, boys?
No, it's not. It's through for a behind. Another behind to the Black Diamond. That's their 10th behind. 12-10-82. AFL Sydney 10-5-65. As Lemmy Brino kicks it as he kicks it. Oh, as he hurt himself there. Anyway, it's fallen short. Webster can't quite get it though. They're going to get away with it. Lemmy is in trouble. He's in trouble in the goal square.
He's not getting up.
Free kick anyway. It's going to go the way. And Alex Foot. Lemmy hasn't got up at all. I don't know whether he might have twisted his ankle.
Yeah, anyway, it has been very slippy underfoot. We haven't said much today, but a lot of the boys have had troubles.
Harrison Green, they run through AFL Sydney. One-on-one contest down there. Good work there by Brendan Lewis. He's going to get a free kick, and the free kick's going to go the way of Brendan Lewis. And Lemmy still hasn't moved. That's unfortunately, he looks in a bit of
he's in deep trouble there, mate.
But Lewis is going to chip it in short to Jay Lewis. No relation apart from that. Once again, we can just commend the ground staff on a fantastic production of number one sports ground. 2.5 inches of rain here yesterday, and it has not affected the play one little bit. It's in the go, heads the target, head marks it, and he takes a strong mark.
He's courage from Lemmy too. He's in deep trouble, but as soon as he
still going,
he stood up and he won't go down.
No,
he's got up. His runners have said, "Get down, son," and he's like, "Nah, the ball's coming in. I better get up."
Tom Head, this would be a good kick if he can kick this. He might kick this one. He's missed some.
He missed the easy ones, mate.
But he comes in. He's been fantastic. On the left boot, kicks it long. It's going to go to the top of the square. Who's the flyer? Up they go. The back was Goulet. He can't grab it, however. And through for another behind. We've entered time on. 18 points. 3 kicks the margin.
If you were AFL Sydney, wouldn't you go over to Lemmy and say, "Mate, I'll take it for you, brother"? Yeah. But no, make him work hard.
He's a skipper, mate. He's leading from the front. Courageous effort by Matt Lemmy. Up it goes. A good contest against Levi Sands, against Goulet. Down it comes to Mitch Knight. Hurried on the left boot. Reimer drops the mark. He should have taken. He gets the handball up, though. Courtney Knight, left foot snap. Oh! Courtney Knight!
And isn't he loving it? And his teammates are loving it. Well done, captain. They're saying, look at him. They're all coming from all parts of the ground to celebrate and congratulate him. Fantastic effort from Courtney Knight. He's got the goal that he needed.
And what's happening there? It's going to be a free kick. It's been awarded as well. And not sure what that was for. But Courtney Knight, let's go back to that. What a great effort, perseverance by that, and a great left foot snap. And a free kick's been awarded now. It's going to go to Tom Head. I'm not sure what it was for.
Yeah, I missed that one too, Gaz. I have to watch the replay on Bar TV during the weeks for that one. But mate, the good thing about this Black Diamond team, as he lines up here,
Pete Van Dam
for a goal.
Comes in. He's kicked one. This will definitely be the sealer. And he comes in, and that's a goal to Pete Van Dam.
Well, that was the one. It's all
He's
over.
Second.
Good night, nurse. It's finished. But again, every player from all corners of the park have run in to celebrate. But when Courtney Knight kicked that, mate, they sprinted in. They loved it. They knew that their captain was deserving of a goal. He'd worked hard off the ball for no reward, and well done, Courtney Knight. You're now part of the scorer sheet on a big, big win. And
certainly was. It was a great goal at that left foot snap. Oh, yeah. As I said, the Bar TV guys, they would have got that. That would have been fantastic work by them. So, really good work. Great stuff.
Yeah, good stuff all around, and they're really enjoying it now, the Black Diamond guys. The Sydney AFL, look, they are all young. They're under 23s. They've got a lot of football left in their legs, but they'll learn a few lessons today.
As out it comes there now to McKinlay. McKinlay on the left boot. Chips around, but Mitch Knight's going to be there. Mitch Knight's been very serviceable through the centre of the ground in the midfield. His physical presence is what he was in the side for, and he's certainly done that. Chips in short to Head, and Tom Head's going to take the mark. And he gets it now. Goulet runs towards the goal. And he goes long, looking for Goulet. Also back there is Knight, but he's kicked one. Don't worry about Goulet.
It's showtime here at number one sports ground in Newcastle. Tommy Heads lifted it from way outside of 50 with a big left footer, and he's got his third for the day.
Yeah, and look, he's been fantastic, Tom Head. Really, really impressive performance. You know, Sydney Swans rate him highly. He plays a lot of football the last 3 years for the Sydney Swans NEFL side, and you can show why. He's just been too big, too strong. AFL Sydney have not had anybody too over being able to counter him.
Yeah, look, and that's exactly right. Look, I think man-to-man, you'd have to give the points to the Black Diamond guys because around the ground they've pretty much won every contest.
It's up it goes in the centre. Dawes up now against Hayden Washington's having a stint in the ruck. Back it comes in out to Erickson. He gets a handball back to Dawes. Dawes gets it out to O'Brien. Kilworth's chasing him, but O'Brien's got the foot speed to get away from it. Chips it out wide and Goulet takes the mark. It was
late in the game. That's a great kick.
Very smart. Lead from Erickson ignored. Goulet, who's he going to go to? He's looking in there for Betson. Up goes the long arms. He just can't quite grab it. 2-1 grab, 2 grab then. But spoiled there. It's quickly getting away by Bolshooter. Handballed it back to Kilworth. Back it goes there now to Bolshooter on the left boot. Kicks it long to half forward. Sands is his target. Metcalf's his target. Should be a mark paid there to Levi Sands, a man in front. And it is. Levi Sands from Western Suburbs, moved down from the North Coast, the AFL Rising Star for 2013. He had a tough game early on, he's been moved forward. He kicked 1 goal. Now on the left boot, spears it in. Who's he looking in there? Looking for Main. He's up against there. He's up there was Knight. Goes back to Dawes. Dawes shows the dummy one way, goes the other. Next piercing kick finds Betson. Betson it in the centre of the ground. Who's his target? Courtney Knight makes the lead. Courtney Knight's going to be the target. He's doing well here because there's 4 AFL City play, but over the back.
Wow.
Rove nicely by Blake Erickson. Runs into goal. He claps. They all clap. The crowd go up as one. And Blake Erickson gets on the scoreboard. And that's the 16th goal for the Black Diamond AFL. And the margin's blown out to 42 points.
Well, I mentioned not long ago that AFL Sydney had 9 individual goal kickers, so that just made the 10th for the Black Diamond team. So they're now sharing it around, and well done, Blake Erickson. He certainly deserves a goal. He's been pretty industrious all game, and he liked that. Put a bit of polish on his game by putting that through the big sticks.
And that's 5. The last 4 goals, 5 goals for the quarter for the Black Diamond AFL, and a quick response there by AFL Sydney, but they've been able to come back really well, the Black Diamond AFL. And kicking with the aid of the Bruges, we should add. But up it goes, Dawes, over the backhand, it goes to O'Brien. He's been fantastic. Both of those 2 players has. But down it comes there now by Bryce Main. He's certainly got in the game this quarter. Back it comes there now to Wilmot. He's been excellent all game also. So's Gibson. They've all been pretty well. Back it comes there now to Cook. He can't get it out. And there's going to be a ball up. We're just about time. We've played 25, almost 26 minutes. It can't be much longer to go. And the spoils going to go the way of the Black Diamond AFL. And the Bob Hughes Trophy will remain in the Hunter Central Coast region. A tap over there. It's going to go back. Free kick. It's going to go the way. High tackle. It's going to go to Andrew Wilmot.
Yeah, this is where both coaches now will be would be very happy just to see the siren go, because the last thing club coaches want is injuries right now, and the boys are very tired. They're very heavy-legged. The score's pretty much done and dusted, so you hope the siren won't be too far away.
In short it goes there, Wilmot. Wilmot taking the mark, taken by Jacob Dawes. Free kick going to come down here, high tackle. Free kick's going to go against the Black Diamond AFL. It's going to go the way of AFL Sydney, and Washington's going to get a high contact down there late, and Dawes will get the free kicks given the going to Washington. So Washington now on the left boot, kicks it long, looking down there for Marauders. He goes up early. He does well to keep his feet though. Van Dam picks it up for the Black Diamond, kicks it out wide, and Blake Erickson certainly had a very good game as well. The Nelson Bay skipper. Out it goes there wide. He's going to find Goulet. What a great game he's had after halftime. He's been sensational.
His Uncle Scott will be proud.
He would be. Back it comes to Erickson. We're just racking up the stats. If anyone's keeping stats, would be good. We better tell them we're not. But it goes there now to Erickson. Short pass in the spearing pass there for Reimer. What an exciting time for a 16-year-old to make your debut and then play with the best players in the competition, come away with the win. Chips in short there. Up there for Vasey. They're just chipping around there, the Nelson Bay players, and the free kick or mark is going to be paid. Nathan Vasey, 18-year-old. Next week will hopefully be playing for the New South Wales ACT Rams in their next TAC Cup. And good luck to him at the National Championships coming up.
Yeah, good luck. He got a goal today. He's had a good day.
Back we go again. It goes there now to Pete Van Dam. They're just playing with the ball at the moment. It goes to Metcalf. Bish just wants to do this. He worked as a training the other night, so he just wants to get this training drill, and he kicks it along there now, Metcalf. Over the top, it's going to go to Bailey. Bailey takes a mark, and away he goes. Through the centre of the ground, kicking to half forward. At the back, it's going to go. No, it's not. Drop mark by Lemmy. Picked up there now. Over the top, it's going to come back to Tom Head. He's going to snap one over his shoulder. He's got it. Hit the fists up. Goal number 4 for Tom Head. Right on the siren. Well done to the Black Diamond AFL. They've run away winners as Tom Head just kicked his 4th goal of the game. Really, really good work and a good reward for Tom Head. He's certainly been dominating.
Fantastic 3 quarters in the Black Diamond AFL, and a deserved victory at the end of the day. Chris Bishop's shaking hands. He looks much, much happier than what he did earlier in the day when he absolutely gave him a bollocking. And we like to thank the AFL Sydney guys for coming up. It's been a great day for all who've been here today. But we better go through some of the goal scorers.
We'll do the scoreboard first, mate. Let's go back. Come on, mate.
Don't
get out of tune.
Excited.
It's a Black Diamond AFL 17-11, 113. Have run out 48-point winners over AFL Sydney under 23s, 10-5-65.
Righto, there's quite a few to get through, but here we go. AFL Sydney, individual goal scorers, Jordan Pigeon, Matt Young, Harrison Green, Dominic Kilworth, Wade Blackburn, Levi Sands, Hayden Washington and Ted Widmer, and of course Evan Smith with only 2 but leading all AFL Sydney goal kickers. For the Black Diamond AFL team, Simon O'Brien with 1, Courtney Knight 1, Blake Erickson with 1, and Zach Metcalf and Nathan Vasey also had individuals. Mitch Betson with 2, as did Peter Van Dam, Jade Lewis, and captain in his 10th rep game, Liam Gibson. And of course, Tom Head with his 4th right on the siren to lead all scorers for the day. 19 goal kickers all around. Fantastic effort from both teams.
Yep, really, really good effort. And go through some of the best players. We'll start with AFL Sydney. Harrison Green was an absolute standout for them.
And was all day, guys. It didn't come in and out. He was solid all day.
I think the others, other than that, was pretty hard to find. But some who went in, Jack McKinlay was in and out. Josh Cass did some good things. Bryce Main finished the game pretty well. But Shooter provided run off half back, which wasn't too bad. Johnson deep in defence. They were under a fair bit of pressure. Kilworth tried hard through the middle of the ground. Schaefer did some good things.
Evan Smith for me was very good.
Evan Smith was very good also. Very good up forward. Well, for Black Diamond AFL, I think you go back there. Simon O'Brien I thought was sensational around the middle of the ground. Ericsson was good. Most of them were pretty good. Wilmot, I thought, when the game was really had to be won in the first half, he was fantastic.
Absolute.
Liam Gibson, the captain of the Black Diamond AFL, I thought he turned the game. I think when he was moved up forward, he kicked the goal, ended up with 2 for the day. Pete Van Dam was good. Jimmy Webster, best player in our competition, certainly showed why today. He's all class.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Mitch Knight was strong.
Lukey Price, he had moments of just really, really good play, and there's no doubt about it. Jacob Dawes.
Lukey Price, when he came in, he actually took a couple of good contested marks early on and turned the game. I think the young ones, Vasey, Reimer, they're all good. But look, to me, the Rustica man of the match, 3-2-1. First of all, I'll give 1 vote, goes to Simon O'Brien. I thought he was exceptional through the middle of the ground.
Yep.
I'm going to give 2 votes to Jacob Dawes. I thought for the big man, we said at the beginning of the day that if they were going to win this game, they had to win the midfield, and it certainly started with Jacob Dawes. But I think for the player of the match, the Rustica voucher, I don't think you can go past a man who plays up forward, took about 15 or more contested marks, finished with 4 goals, probably could have had 7 or 8, and that's Tom Head.
Yeah, no doubt, mate. He had an impact from pretty much the moment the ball went up in the first quarter. He took a fantastic grab about the first, 2 minutes of the game, and he set the trend for his whole game today. And he put some razzle-dazzle on at the end with a couple of fantastic goals. And, mate, deserved best on ground today, Tommy Head. Gary, I'm not going to argue with you because you are bang on correct.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's a great result for the Black Diamond AFL. I can show a bit of bias there, giving that's where we're from, Ivan. But look, full credit to AFL Sydney, though. They come out, and that first quarter, they kicked 6 goals. And look, and they showed that they have got a real group of talented footballers. They showed razzle-dazzle. They ran. They overlapped, and they actually really made the Black Diamond AFL chase the ball. Mate,
I've got to be honest with you. When they were 5 goals up to zip, I was very worried that this was going to be a bit of a long day for us here in the commentary box. And but, mate, they are a very, very good team with ball in hand. But, mate, as we said, they're under 23s. They've got plenty of football left in them, and there is some excellent talent coming through the ranks there in the AFL Sydney.
Yeah, that's right. And, look, really, the Black Diamond, where to me the game was changed was after quarter time when Chris Bishop got him there and they actually settled down. They started controlling the ball better. They lifted their intensity, their tackles, and Chris Bishop was keeping an eye on the stats. That lifted, and that was just a really, really pivotal moment in the game. And from that, they were able then to get the ball forward, win the crucial ball, stop the run. And then the last quarter, they kicked the last 5 goals. The margin probably wasn't a 48-point win, but look, I think that the result in the end was just a reflection of their hard work they did. But
yeah, it's
the Black
fantastic.
Diamond AFL, led by the 10-game man, Liam Gibson. Full credit to them. They were fantastic, and they should smiles all around. They should be really pleased with the job they did. So
well done, boys.
So from Newcastle number 1 sports ground, Ivan, that's rep footy for another year.
It is, and we look forward to having you back next year. Well done to the Black Diamond AFL boys. Big win. They're going to have a few amber liquids later on to enjoy the victory. And look, you really just want to congratulate blokes like Lee and Gibson and Courtney Knight, who have been around for a long time. As we said, they said in the paper today, they love their rep football today, and I think you could see that at the end of the game. Every man was in there celebrating hard. So on behalf of all our sponsors, and we want to thank Wilson Security, of course, the Newcastle Herald, BLK, and of course our friends at Bar TV, Prime 7 104.5. Everyone, they've had great support this year and good reward for the Black Diamond AFL winning. Thank you, Gary Birkinshaw. Thank you, Bar TV. And we look forward to seeing you next week again at our regular time at 2 o'clock for our match of the round at the Black Diamond AFL. From number 1 sports ground, we'll see you next time.